Ya mwache mwa kwa bebie miada sene omre no wadaje nsam no ne todwa wo mu bi ya wo beti ne be kokolebu renal unit ho ene ya make say OPD egusu atum tinipa bi efri mu ya de ho nsam no ebeba edwadefo ewo race course wo kumase sa won bambo mu nsam no atete apansam timpanifo mu awon eno ne nsem bi na mede bro sa Adom TV bedwam kase afia ne de mientie se de nsam ne nkyeremu etie make say busia ene enuanom enum atwo nananomo ensiedo ya womu eye nipa na womu kidney enwo aba hawo na esanse renal unit ewo kolebu enkoso nya adwumanti ana OPD nya adwumanti na namso ama abusua ti se ye nei watwo nananomo ensiedo aya rehosam Adom kase etwaso
press conference na ye no na ye de stress Ghana ban ebebe mu na waboa yen said the beya sikano omobe maintaini 380 cedis na omoje ye no enti no the course ne say ya papa nana adodankwa Akufo-Addo e ka say ye mfanto national health insurance scheme so said the beya ye betimi aye dialysis no ena ya doctor Okoboy so e kan on the 20th anniversary celebration ne say national health insurance no take between 6 to 12 months and sana omubetumi e the renal patient for a dialysis no atoso enti no ne ye kan na ne say sisi ano since akolebu close ye no nkrofo before omutu mu no na nkrofo 14 e na efri mu but sisi ano aye 19 nkrofo ewu because omuntimi entua dialysis no ebo no private sector no kra no omuntimi nyaska emfa nko private sector no nti ye katre aban ne say ye sre no a say tax na ewo efrene say enyoma na omukra de breye no tax na ewo so no ye sre no onyin free so maye
edwadefo ye wo Kumasi race course say na won bambo mu nsam no enya de ekosro kra comfortata won mu yi ti won be srempanifo senke be ya won mayire bambo mu wo ho emfama ho
itu wada wuru ma ya sramu ala ndure chi ya ba be fuye store ni street nsam dia haye pa because de bia grofo ebubu de dan awie ye normal nti haye pa kenya street wo dum ha de be boaye because omo se omo hwadwa isu emaye no omo hwe no yi ye nhunu so kura Hajia eye maame a woton abibiduro ewo Kumasi race course dwakesie no ma kyerem se enura da ya akromfo ekowia omo enua baako niam a emprempren oda ayaresabia eno akini nso no emfuturo ene agyanan bia ene eku omo wo ho yenua baako ya sese ni nie meni amani ya yewo mo yenjine omo ni ya pa wo macho omoto aso kyeremu se ade baako ha omopa ne se ade bechi a wonom beba omudwa so no na kwabrane abegya ne nan agu wo mo shop no anim a ha adwen pa no bebre bi asesa de ko no be se no basa ni esepota mo so waka ena kudu so na ekuya wa ha Amansan chiame kwadwobin mireku asante mantemu amanebo
minority ya wo mrasho bedwafie mu se ne bambofo bi bra wo bro citizens ana se kumafo no yade hadwen na ne titu ne na anu ada de siye e wo garu no eni hu kwan se esi e wo so mo boban na mum ni kwan se wo mo ebura de hye ne munchire mu Adom TV etwaso.
Because of the fear of breaching the dam, the VRA caused a spillage, controlled spillage of the dam. Even though it's controlled, because of the heavy rainfalls, even the communities down south to the dam were already flooded. So the spillage of the impounded water has added to the troubles of those of them living downstream. This year, we were, thanks to the heavy downpours of rains, we're preparing ourselves for bounteous harvest. Unfortunately, we had this inundation of farmlands, no thanks to the massive rainfall and also the spillage of the Badwam Dam. That certainly is going to compound the food situation in the country.
Yaguso ya wamrasha beja fie no emu na ekukuma ye wo ho eguso na woni aban na kasa se enche wode omai ye hu sikasem no ba betu edwaban no hwene ye pa de ode ba no nya de beboa de hye Adom TV edeba.
Right Honorable Speaker, let me use this opportunity to assure the people of Ghana that we in the Minority Caucus will scrutinize the upcoming budget statement and economic policy of government with eagle eyes. Mr. Speaker, the prevailing economic conditions has already made it very difficult for the ordinary Ghanaian and businesses, and therefore we can't be a party to any policy or measure which makes things even more unbearable and in fact miserable for the already suffering Ghanaians and businesses. Would not prioritize the
Adom TV kasia na ogiso shadoma yang tuaso nkonsan foforo mu na oman Ghana ene Germany fo aka wo ho abomu a wo mo adwen kwayo mbefa so a ebeboa ma energy ne infrastructure ena afi abefo nimde kwan so oman Ghana so ebenya so emfaso bia man mienu aka wo ho abomu a wo dwedwen kwayo mbefa so ebeboa Adom kasia edebe.
Who compare 2022 to 2023 salary there die cost yeah I been do my for kitchen die cost but o share budget I bind it to her for the money be here
my engineer no so na Adom TV Badwam kasia na no pay ya ha na brema kwan na ye de asie de edu so no the bonkrata no ha online stories no so aye krado ye kwabo man hina kwabna santen so ba be kan yensa yeri atwaso akwa baby me Adom TV Badwam na o hwe na fe no obeka yensa da bonkrata no ne online stories ene ye de bro man hina kwabna santen so ejane na so e wa ha be me na no pe me mu achen da achen pacho mute wade no oh me mu achen papa
majoso teacher rate odonko ene ye holiday
e ma wan
1st November.
Holiday. Hello, Ujina.
Teacher, reach your donku.
Every say holiday were Europe.
Just say, I am a double so cross November now to me.
Now say weather don't so assess.
Me one dream say January pa na me mobile sa dey be see November the day kind.
Sir.
Just say what say adwuma pass no.
Odo be kwa bi.
No me pass out here say. And they cried the answer my double so cross Pentecost elder na ya kura no and they abaka busia.
Na kura no ya che no.
Na maka ya kura bit na kura. Onyame ahu ya mobo iti amade no a start year mana bo.
Amant na start year.
Ko
e de nyame ase.
Eti se de obi a free data na emu sa no sa na so free data.
Amen. Ko
fa o ma ho ne pija me mo. Se de obi atimi atwe ne ho free nyoma ensem fatam no sa na obetwe ho free nyoma ensem fatam. Amen. Se de na obi ani da so ni ho ne ka kire se na wo bibi public me free na zetaba free wa ba sa na wo de no abawi.
I receive it.
Now they say na we dey ke ka ni panka we dey. Ba wo no na wo be kendifo. On say ade na da so ana ani brani aho ya na yinti no omo ye obasa sa na nko kata so nko mo koton okra na say na omo ton no na omo de wa ben nhira mo.
Yes.
Ti say de bi ye say omo bopo omo dimoti omo transfer omo to akwahye kire if adu di ni kwa no ye the red pen sanse mark yi wonya 50 omo ye 49 na ahye omo onyame se onyimdie nti a omo ni na asi ko ni munya hye kase bi ba. What did they tell us? And now November yes no. It is well. Once then you see Kurano. Near the other people. Now me crying a shame my Kurano. And yet oh me. odi uni asede bia de manya mo je di
afusane
na wo humi sei ina humi kwa obi ya de oxygen asine
sui
o maka me papa asem
mo ya
humi o na e de asi obi so artificial eno kwa osika na kire o
no ye call bench unit ahwa baba wa bi eda ho ye de oxygen asine so wa se ade wo humi free
humi Abade.
Oto. Moja nyina ye to.
Ode wan. Onyame beni.
Onyame ben kra.
Ti media no wa se me be show nkura no matter the situation.
To me ben kra, the bet me ne wadi esi.
So, ti me sremo a se tie bia no. Ene November ne de di kan. Ka kire ohugbo odi o se me kwabna asante. Onyame se November ene ewo mu nyina no. Enioma ye papa, enioma ye nkranhye, enioma de anigye, enioma ye serie, enioma ekọ enim ewa brabom no, eno no de to me so. Ti wo se me na de dia show nti me ahafofo, me ahima, ohima eye we me nana ose kofi, me sa na de so sa me Dr. Berima Safo Twiribo akodua. For odi so me nkobo obi di, for odi so we mani wa den. Me kwabena sante na odi so. Jiudi ni di. Yes, all cancer, Cassian Quana got them. I'm parent. Said those parents are me. Silence here. Happy birthday, son, Consul Coma. A year, a Rafa Fabian also manage Fairview Court, Kumasi. Fairview Court, Kumasi. He didn't ask or change Germany is Rosla Ofori Bedu. As of German Abba. Rosla Ofori Bedu. And then I would do Awoda. Na say Chenwa Tatiana Chen no Chen so where Tatiana that way. To Nyamenti the Nimuncho Rosla.
No, pretty lady.
Ofori Bedu. Nyamenti the Nimuncho. Na fi odwuma odo akoto ano e Fairview Court e Kumase. Biasro kwa utimba ko jojo ho kama no. Unya nipa dodo na because of how you relate to your customers. Very important. Happy birthday so come out. And akwa ewu kwada. Yeah, you are.
Pese.
Shatter, you are.
Any.
Shatter.
Are
you are 05? Hey, when the corny are done in Crane, can't cry, I believe no. Oh, I was like, are you are fully to another you are? Oh, are you a fisher? Hard working guy. Oh, motivated Mukuma. And also the wedding our denti with it. Okay, a fisher passion kokra. Also, our Gibra will be order happy birthday so come out. When I maintain any muso and chill. Hey,
Stella and Shoka who and Stella.
Yeah, Stella.
I make up parties. Stella, you're now no say.
Okay,
it is Stella Gumbi. Happy birthday.
In advance, and I say near
November and a month. Okay, but only are you paid first or second? Okay, see, are you wedding a dear? Stella and so happy birthday.
And I quite quite who say. Idea, Yashasi and say, Fiaman Quado Shasi, I bet to us rock album. Professor Ike Wallace, remember, healthy bits on I was a pension de bebro. I feel semi decanning Comaho do and San and Pensimu and Benfortna, I said, or Mano, and the Bobresico. The countdown to a year MPP flag bearership contest, and so it is so. A man revisit Nipanai, era dining when I host 2 say, former Greek minister, era a doctor could tell free, on also count. Sanso na era a compreko Kennedy e Japan anafi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Tokwa de kese ne de. Akojina Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ene Kwame a compreko e Japan eso. Na ona aka no so e bom ho modern say on betimi edin saturation ko ba. Ni nyina mu no. De opeso ohu, de opeso ote, de opeso e kinkan ma say the nyoma si koye no. Your election headquarters, Kokromoti Power. Trust us as usual. Ya de bebro amohu de ekon de benyina. But the same I would want to join the Democrat online stories. The my Hokwain. Church robbery. The Church of Pentecost declares 3-day fasting and prayers. But catch was any say, Yeka said, yeah, so for Penny or Pentecost as for South Africa, you kidnap on Unyamiadum, Wabeka, Nadofu, and Ebusia in now.
But prayers, 3 days in your baby. As some call no, is your moon changing in Quasida. Who's a near Cordania, so Yamihuamobo, Yamihuamo to the end. Before I bed drew Cranyamia, the enemy Canada was
Everybody da wase.
Everybody ase pa. Uko so amone mahu ban.
Uka in 3 days the we no. Me ho se practical because ewura ye ho we dey.
There be ase ewie.
Ejuba local news ECG pays $8 million out of its $20 million indebtedness to WAPCO. Oh my dear. John Dumelo no me social media. No dey na chi enantikon. O se ade oyo. It is ono na koka. And I feel so bad so.
Aroho Sampa see.
Bono region.
Bono, yes. Windstorm at Bono region festival. Least 3 dead. Many injured. I some any ampo. And I said no mabo boy bi ni nyina gu me mema me ensa bi e o ma free mu. Na me hu be a story ni fi. Nti am say ye no a. Oh Yesu. Sim from man ade. Are serious so?
Dr. Bongazile.
Give your mama to me to beat him.
Hey.
Nti enye beating so okwache kwa ba me ahwe yesterday. Nti.
Yo kan Yesu wayemi odeshi enti mesum no da ono na owi deje kwa ogwama okunu.
No why are you?
No we kum ayi.
No why are you?
And they farm me on.
What you go say a blended fine. Tia you say you maintain anyway. Why? Baritone. It will be to be why are you?
They find that the Democrats say Richard Ahiagba donates to lower voter basin flood victims. Yeguso idea chede ni amade ni masa. Anafi dia reho. Oye wo fo oye Ghana ni otia. Wo be du. No kwaso asrem paibo ma my Ghana ni ye ma issue just say. Spillage disrupts education of 19,743 children. 9,000 lost their educational materials. You are brighter piano, I say, only insure EB, insurance haba. So me catch you say, if you are young one, who see it your dream, assembly see how the found in the movie. Say, O Makasan Kwada we one, and other regions here, man, Asian, the air, what can
easy.
What can
say?
What can see him, sir? 19,743. Onyame amempa dodo na besa asan kwanti fi asa ko to ade fofo so na fi omo hwebre na.
Amen no be catch up.
Iti enya asem sia. Ente me ka se yemfa manyo asem for no bi se. Eya ni bresem ma oman no. Nye kuo bi, nye ni pasuo bi dabi because unim engineers how do we. Na unim doctors how do. Unim ministers how do we. Unim caterers, journalists how do we.
Yeah, teacher for how
do we. So let's solve problem with a national spirit, not a partisan interest spirit. And then why? Yeah, trust us say any man of the Ghanaian Times Parliament to inquire into Akosombo Dam spillage. Speaker of Parliament, and Akase said the Akoso Akosombo. Sa eye insu na ibibi no ga ese hwehwemu ba na itimi hu nyoma ese eye. Global Committee must seek resolution of Israel. President in Sona Akase Nungwas 2 vows to enforce Supreme Court ruling on Ajirigano Boteman lands and also and say Akosombo Dam spillage and Nima Kesipan the Mekan no one say published at the Aba why OSP cleared Aduboy of corruption allegations. The Daily Guide is say Ghana Germany deepens ties. Nanado Adogaga or nothing. Oh wow. And then EC lays Guan constituency CI big one. You can bet on me. Baumia tells delegates. Rainstorm kills 5 at Bedu.
We're ready. Somehow.
IGP assures traders of safety ahead of Xmas. Yeah, that's Dr. Dampare. Let me because the 1 pound young Kasan farm, but what you did was Daily Graphic baby will say defining moment for MPP on Saturday. Nyame Adoma about to MPP for Kotoi Frank Atofo. No me that way. Your election headquarters Kukumoti Power, Yedebebro, Samson Sam Jonah, Lord's government over lithium mine agreements. Here are Sam Jonah Swaka say, sir, a year for good year for Frokra and the AP or Ghana. Oh, I buy why dear pa on Shishaya, only Abbasaj Medion, a Abbasbodiacus, your pa, my banner. He's about to join the work him, the Brahma and Hokwine, and I'm
a Yada Sepano Mreba, a year if you didn't free her. If you say, I could hear one send Babana health tips and a. Jumadian Kayano hunting free her. Echo.
Yes, even about Adom TV. So Adom TV, Subajan Jumedia said that we can see what's empire, Sakan and Persuja, within the Enoch, Kwesi Wolanyo Wallace agudie catch back up the only nomenclature professor's degree in sports the Regina Wallace the nation's presenter and medicine kunyana me kono kwanten coordinates ma do esa kenano pesu bio e Ghana gudim ejao na before you start your day kai say Richoko betimi din social abo obetimi din so nyu abo ebetia sa abo manema etia kwa dia ma we kwa dem si 2 in 1 but okika kuma obeka 6 in 1 esan say sugar wom eno ati kwa cocoa wom ana afen so kwa no eye vanilla nso sa wom ana milk nso esa bom bomodin adasa o sabetia ka bi ye waketwa ye wadantem ana afi obodo no hon family size obetimi na twene family akofie akobo amanema etia kwa dia ma Richoko start your day with Richoko in a Ghanaian we betia sa abo no show na abo manema etia tutu ye edia ma we mo sponsors omo teacher abo men no pay ye den komo no etia bel ma meremfi game park games the chacha son kokra na etia saba boys dia di na nyasem ketwa kra modern da say on sabetia ka game park games for chese from 1 to 36 numbers no timi select bia na to dia ne wa na ukono ubetia twa 1 Ghana cedis an kopem 350 Ghana cedis and afu ubetia we 26 times we stake no amazing pick one game no and I be one day say dia channel dial *946# all networks and also be call www.gameparkgames.com na for nem pay 14 settings also anopa awia and afin so na the zoom e between the dollar bro Monday to Sunday and asado it when Santo FM game park games was more mula more power omo techri pan de dwumedi bro Samsung National Lottery Authority for pay 4 techri oni mu firi ngotwe fa honyim esan se chacha diwa wani betia prunsu adwene betia hyehyew wani betia ko ani timsrew na odi adwene kakra etia Santo we mu and sponsors ne emu etotoro to ne etwetwe twa mo techri aboa emena no pay den komo no etia saba a journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with the very first step chase e dey feel the second leg of the African Football League a live commentary ne bra Adom TV so ma huye oba sempa na fe so Adom TV so a won sena komo no AC Echo na eni wo yesena hye ne AC Tedia na sempemfo chese bibia betwema Esperance for ebe host with that Atletico Club omni equality afen say WAC of Morocco na fe so Al Ahly for se Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa and dia Kingston ebetua sampem so na wo yesena hye ne AC kwa hwese na game no ebisi akọ ho so na say we African Football League ehun komo kakra na de ma nyame adom na etia Santo FM Adom FM so asempa 94.7 FM so the live commentary betia sabro na on sena nyama AC ko match na ba ko etodwa 3 pm na fe so kwa no 6 pm late hour kick off no so de ho hyehye so kokra etimi esenja but yenko African Cup of Nations mu na emon komo kakra holom bibia metwema 2024 an African Cup of Nations ni betia sabaso me na o kasa de Total Energies African Cup of Nations no ka from for the Toniama Emma Sedwedi Nitim Santo FM Ghana Etian qualified the Nibitian Sachri Mubi now official song for African Cup of Nations no Etian Sabituja na no omo chese title ne akwaba no ewo Ivory Coast for kasem no chese omo ma akwaba nso ampa welcome ana omo edema na ukomudia na chese Global Record Label Universal Music Africa omo ana boss anyom no na tieka kre just what to send na masia na se nchibia na African Cup of Nations Cup no ebeba no afibia ye de nyomfofo ba na we no Global Record Label Universal Music Africa madama na makeka bu ma tim sampa hwega na bia 0/100 e wo se na dwumadi ni ACL cost ntinyame adoma be koso abo ama na timiu be koso abo na atimiu yi pa but yenko the Black Queens of Ghana nra wo so de omakense ba ko 20 times so manfo beka last week Friday onko pimo bani ahin krokotonum ana onko hye bani for ma 3-0 ama tim sampa bani for uni ho konia ba na anya adwuma e wo mo ma na fam omo sa ba ha esai twam 2-0 e wa Cross Sports Stadium omo next phase of the qualifiers no omo ne Zambia for ma ana dia case ni ebetian saboso na ukuma na se Evelyn bedu wono ana etia poso atena no de ma oman Ghana kwa 5-0 aggregator e konko ade akwa anim coach Nora Hoptel for the very first time in the history of Ghana female football one ni oba we expatriate coach aton South Africa wotimi sampa all the matches awabo no 100% clean sheet ana wetimi nya.
Generally, I'm never worrying. I'm just working on the things. And normally you need to find out what exactly needs to be leveled up. I think today we got in good positions to cross, but the technical execution was not good. I think the decisions itself have been good. Where we wanted to play the ball, there was a lot of space on the second post, which we overloaded, but the technical delivery was bad. So the final pass we need to work on. It's also in Benin we trained on artificial turf. It was another kind of pitch, so we struggled a bit technically today. And then you need to really point what was wrong and screw there the right screw.
No, I hope tell Black Queens of Ghana head coach, Mami of Germany shares no be P Morgan and Martin Sampa. When you know now so kita team na or share him say Nikuno, a Boamaniama 18 kuyi at the mine. But in Kuma, let's say Sana Ghana Black Queens na Chibeni for Chom 2-0 no, Bonia Coma, Nashagro. There's a commentary, no sooner that's yes, I know. I just say my football and our bounce your commentary. There's a team Sampa Ghana, a marginalism. Our sports no on pejana to another level. Fantastic morning and Kuma commentator no. Na Yakuma na say baby jeta samojan. Na no da amafo be kan fi makuma ku be senumnie ana one ne yere ifan say gift jan. Almost started so much twene manso. Na manso ni nyina say samojan che say aton aduane ase benyado. Na wochi ana se onim e de amana ma wadi a ogidi passes ne Mexico no enye nika. Ero nam so ma baby jeta samojan ene ne yere kopi mo court. Tom kopi mo court na say wo mo ye DNA test idea dan say sampa kwala miensa no ya samojan emba ampa DNA test ne ba na say nya ba na say samojan ne ma na mum omo chese abaiwa no e wade emi bi twemu ase wan kan kire bi jeta samojan sana mo e wade enti san komo no so tuen sapi ma nei court e de verdict tuen san ba verdict ne ba na manfo ke kan e mo pe e komu ene ne e ba fo jan ono e samojan nua a ono so board senior national soccer team Blasters of Ghana odi akom ene mu chichemu e fa court verdict tuen pie mu between samojan and yere gifty ejai
yes 5 years era aza asamwa odi kuja kote na wari musemu ni nature say no wari dada asa obe wari no wan kan che no wan bona wan ye what you say nti owo no odiko to court say omushu maro na say no prayer no mo anole marriage no ye ka say an moment I am so be at say nature say some marriage no
okay
nti ena ruling ne bae nti ruling ne bae no say court fee mo na no prayer say ye mram say mo o yo ba nti bi ware mienu un divorce ye nature say udada uku one border one kan branch no ena ware o nti court edi ruling ne ba ne bi ye teacher say we try ware ni say aware ne exist nti walas ye ko eno asema e ba ye ni ruling no ena afi so em say property same na mati say nkofo okeka ye wum ni say oni oba de wo hono em say oto time man wo be bia na wo no oni kwala de wum e wo spin the for na oboti any oba no dai no is that dai wo oba ni di ene dia what you say
okay
ena oba no on to plot o japase o person no body gas station eno say oba no e ni dim e o ni dim media era infinity car o use any BM oba no use anu any get dada ti court person just say e gift o di man no ni dia what you say
okay
ti e ba no the property the normal no almost omo pay $1 million omo pay ni we ni accord book ye e say aware we twem into we right say obeti wa the property into ye oba no angasa ni property a ori aza wo ha woni di no e na court say e gift dia o jama no into the course no
oh okay nti apart from ne ene de da offer ne de court anje bi fufura ama no
David.
Na okay. Wadama na nkwala no so na eho nkomo kakra eno so wasem pie mu nkwala miensa na yesi azase enye ne ma no eno so eho asem tesen.
Okay.
Nkwala miensa na emso ni gift wa na azase enye ne ma enitim ko pie mu court eno so court ka de en.
Ubesha e ma die ni ensemba eni na yesa no ma we. What you say because as I want to be sorry keke say okoye die ni. What you say? Let's just say the DNA in semi now by any say no bad. Let's why will baby answer over. Instead, we just say in body the diana, okay, Musuna in body and dia. What you say?
In Timbaland, in Colombia, as a ma
the SCC court as a father said, or course you also show on course say or training back.
Okay, and you know, you got 25,000 Ghana cedis a month, be a man.
I will be 25,000 cities a month.
Okay. And see, said the quarter and says 25,000 there. Every month be offer man and call on. Okay.
No fashion in back. If it was say 100,000 put on this show one cassa over is a problem.
Yeah.
Problem. The woman say, yeah, as a man has a court, no.
Okay.
Nese bafojan asamoja nua panyi ana otene kaso de akomne mu chechimu efa court verdict and return sat of say bam na Ghana ina obia edwane center krabo no ana ode mu chechimu 18 saba ombetua 25,000 Ghana cedis every month bia e de amane ma no eno de school fees enka ho eno so kwa no ohwema nese hospital bills ne medical ni na account 25 the constant avogado number awo betwen setua eno pound asamoja e wodan bi UK mansion kese pa no so gift din wo mdeda nti on san fan peso Spinters Road okopim ho so a osan 4 bedrooms bi ono so gift din wo so deda nti on fa filling stations asibi omoto eno so on fa account ana face so kwa Infinity ene ka ba ko bi eno so account no eye asamoja na yere gift on san fa na ono so emfa mo de brand we ni nkomo a wo mo kyese epipi mu ewo eye court na me adoma e be ko so edi nkomo na chi na afo wo se na niam esi ekọ efa bebije tasamoja ene ne yere adedin ene gifty so enkomo etensa pim ne enko Central Regional Football Association so akachia National Sport Authority penya efense Alexander Tieku one de nkomo kakra ba na sentem CAF paying for by inspection ni na ne se Dreams Football Club ene Mediama Sporting Club ebo CAF Champions League ne CAF Confederations Cup e Ghana ha nti so be inspection ehwese agumane papa omuko ba bia se Ghana agumane nyina anya papa modern facilities there abo etese na eye enwi abo etekrema so no ene nti omo ehwenim se kwa bia so ebetinya eye niama ebetinya booma niama etia kwedi ama ene nanam so emani ese Kumasi Baba Sports Stadium pene ho nanso ukọ eye director for eye National Sport Authority Urani Dini Alexander Tiku a osi o ka for koma for omobo enhopo mafo enho tim ka entina bia wom ne san hyeso kuna ba facilities ye bibiri na ewo ho ni chechemu a wodi jani.
I mean, if you look at the generality of the report and the issues of raising also medical related areas, you're okay. Now medical related areas, you're okay. How does that now how do you then go ahead and say that we don't have first aid kits and still that as a standing clinic operating 24/7? That we don't have a first aid kit. In any case, you see, when you have a match, it is there that the FA medical team. It is that the Red Cross, the St. John's, the National Ambulances, a committee is put in place, okay, to ensure that all of this is provided. As we speak, our first aid kits are with the medical team. The ministry procured the first aid kits, okay, for us. To be from good demo, so the hospital is using it. And they are available. Who raised this issue? If this is why expressing in the report, we treat them with pinch of salt. I mean, it is not a reflection of the reality.
There's near PM from Central Regional Air Sports Director, National Sports Authority, Alexander Tieku, as a human, as a car for Hutimuka. Car for boy and near modern facilities, no, on your say, Oma for Hutimuka, in Doma, and no song at appropriate air time, no, when water takes right for level, and you're more able to me as a car. Yako Patrick was Sajman, country Masungu, and established quaint name, or Afiyet Yankumo Sungu stick, and a Nkoma Sungu Edeba. Hello, Patrick.
Yeah, more fire. Bibia boko there.
Bibia boko ewa hana so
professional. Wari mu se me no na me my stadium tie wa me hwe wa ase wari mu se me ja professor. Me ni we see mu enye ne chese. Yeah, to normal say bibia bitima konkai. Sometimes chese hu ni ebe na kupia na si. Ene ye dey. Oh, professional. Yeah. Say to amfa ho. Oh, yeah, almost any professional almost stay, professional. When almost maybe 2 say almost per se, almost professional. It will fear. So what I said, yeah, professional. So what?
True.
Allow professional. Well, professor, me voilà.
As a
professional, lawyer, professional. Now, professional, normal, unprofessional, lawyer. One dog in a professionalism.
True.
Big girls. Professor, one. Now, and young one wants to be pleased. A crow young paying for one power in here, woman. Me person me a president, me person me a boss, me person me a chairman to Abamami. We are president, yeah. What next? Go for a woman be here to mano. Yes, Ramu. Mo shesen ko for na nyese mo fie fo wo fa ase bi unia wadam fu bi a waboa wo danti obi anka se mo obi mo awobi o party member waye campaign amana on sem fatakura ase ye beye no panyini a ne amani tibre on sem fata se ye beye no sports minister ne aye no sports minister sa ade no se tutwa. Also, teacher, when you are president, yes, or family, anyone call for person a boa now your appointment. Now, a favor and call for boa a year campaign. But now, not just any panel in the was possible. And then, calf, I say, your Confederation Cup, any Champions League, or more representing a media money dreams. Cape Coast, Omuntimi Mobile. Ajise Kumasi, Accra, National Stadium, maintenance culture, are poor. Tamale, National Sports Stadium, maintenance culture, are poor. Esipon, Takradi, maintenance culture, very poor. And look what they assess our stadium, no. Ama, minister, sports minister, what is so currently, you see Mustafa Kase, contractors, no, Aji Omusika, Omoye Juma, Aume Vianesa. Sene and Tisa. He was not on top of issues. Abemwasem, also we a politician, we MPP near. Why you own some fatas over a sports minister so you do wabi siwo because of 4 person munya wo contract. Stadium, Yensi Olympic Sports Stadium, and ni bribiri ebe a whole contract, any sikasema, ebekwa kudi babia. Any question could inti. Chinchina yam money per being sports minister. Maybe some any Ghana for. Your national sports stadium. Your various national sports stadia. Accra, Tamale, Kumasi, Takwadi, Esipon. Cape Coast to the air back and wika. Nina calf. Me a privy. Every more international matches war. Kumasi now are approving the Kanaji for renovation. And as he is Kumasi, Omoba approve, yes, Oma approve, say Kumasi Sports Stadium, he between their boss are Confederations Cup, Champions League. But still, I just see the last time I got to go Champions League, Senko Betra, so Bacon anymore. Yes, careful for MIA, no maybe stadium war, dressing room, inside war, and Sana Stadium, no. Or PVC and farm mobile. Now you see National Sports Stadium need maintenance culture, Papa. Meanwhile, your minister of sports are also on where say Obia stadium no action is a biano, obey Neguma. Or just Obia stadium mission is a be obey Neguma. You appointed sports ministers, and as you appointed sports minister, is a Zubina power in our authority. No. Now, boys and your sports stadium, so no, or also put a power, no. Now, on this sports minister conflict, or Monte Moas. I'm a more for Cancambena, Ayana Ghana for you paying for no person much day. Appointment for Cancambena, you're paying for no your president. Those who are in charge, Ayana no person much day. Because they were a party member, or you're a small boy, what Dimechi, what Casabame, what Campania Mame. Sound. Full nonsense, you know. They have to stop. Name for competent people to be ministers. Ministerial positions were Ghana, no. it should be competent people. Oma sua de wonim de e was our ministerial position will be to say sports. Because your various sports stadium, your national sports stadium, ning na mythical standard. I just say Kumasi no so na just say ya renovation and say yes Accra sports stadium yet the nation's Wembley san ye kano Accra capital baby our president Kufuor sa stadium
okay
ye bobo I just see and look no in photo ball chaka ball current me ko na no ye ni Liberia I say oh yeah if you talk crazy ball current me ko
okay
eti ye for sports ministers for what Wallace only what here for no what for ye for sports ministers for what them for sports minister omo ni madwuma no a omo betimi afsha they will keep the various infrastructure no on point maintenance quarter see ye be hwe ye infrastructures ye stadia ye be hwe ni ye no enkoye and ye too safe sika ye bo okro we mu ni sika mpanfo di okro we mu tam okro we mu evia okro we mu enye sika ketwa na adetina wo emfa nkofo wo se fata maintain the various sports stadia 1 p.m.
okay Matthias here
say ye twaso or say fire ye twaso yes because ye twa ba you as president wo no pay for more year ministerial positions enye obi akeke won nim hwe keke no atam ni say we minister we sports minister and then am your sports igu your current sports minister onim hwe was sports
ye nto aso fire for fire
bi ode boa na wakwa boa say ye various sports stadia no empayfo a wa mu eye adwuma no obekipi omo on their toes to make sure so ombetime deliver ama ya maintain your maintenance culture up to standard.
Okay. Patrick Osage, my countryman Songo na Atsenenka, was Songo stick and an open Songo de by and say maintenance culture away various facilities in no and Yanika. We soon a major namede and net Masoda and BC or can see no at me as he sends one sir Richoku. I asked that today no with Richoku and no show now full of energy, Betty and Bomanema Etian Quid amount. Tinqualana Soya, Bobby Papa Soya, no Bobby Mamma Soya, no Su Bobby, Eboa Amaniama Etian Quid at the amount. Game Park Games and so the chachas from Quetia Samba, boys need the Dino and Yasam Keto cry. 1 to 36 will be tia fa what me ako star 946 hash na odon hwetia sanji we mu and sponsors some touch the woman and open studio we can see we empire saka tibijao within the Prof Ike Wallace. The act of being a good guest is to know to say goodbye.
Meda say na so waka ye ho Adom TV Badwam dwumade yi eso na wotwe nkomo cataract ana se ete adwada ye di nkomo eno abne yeto aso ko da yi mayenhwe ne yase wona ahodo of types of cataract. Dr. Rachel Kusia Kusanguso eti adwam awo boye sa entity yi timidofo tie ye pass menum de ye nche na yesa wonso hwe bibi ye ya kusi fiada nti na boye dog ne so ye mo ache
Sefia meje so
ye ko kamade
ame adom hwa de bia
e bia de ye ko ne ne je ho se ye nyina ye da ye ho so na say ye se eteno so ye wona hodo ye wona types
mpacho
me ye hunu types of ete and cataract.
Okay. Eteno yetimi group mu ahodo bebre.
Okay.
Yetimi group according to what is causing it and the position it is ne nyina ewo ho.
Okay.
But and then the person me kan wasem first one what we call traumatic cataract. You can't traumatic a trauma. You can't trauma bibi ebo woni so. Enti ye betima kasa nipa no anyate because of bibi ene bo woni so. So trauma ene cause so e ene traumatic cataract. Eno ye ta humu ewo onkra mu. Enkra mo de na medi agro ofie. Na mo toto ebo ene niema no. Ye ta hu ewo omo ade humu ntia no so. Ene ye wo congenital cataract. Congenital just ye de wo no.
Oh,
yes.
Aya akra no.
Yes.
Okay.
And ten.
So yeah, can I make us say once I say from 40 until minimum say 40 years, but say akra so
etimi. Yes. And ten say but eba akra ye dey wona etimi serious.
Okay.
Yes. Na say bia ma me nya infection bi owumbu mu e na ode wo ne ba no. Ana say bi okra na wo no no e na num ya akra na nya infection bi after that no and affect no and also ewo nti no congenital cataract and e obibi so secondary cataract e ka secondary na e bia nipa no kra no na owo infection bi ena de aba ana obi wo kra okoye surgery surgery na okoye nya che surgery na okoye ye ebi mpa o glaucoma na okoye surgery and a different condition but ekowie achi no sabio etasi entansi be nso etimisi once in a while ebewie achi no na surgery no akofa ete e de aba eno so ewo ho ena afesu so no ye obi mu okra na condition bi so ena wonimu ebia diabetes hypertension na eno so e de aba ena ye work cataract in terms of baby eda ebia we say the cortex of the lens no the top no your friend cortical cataract and at the nucleus of the lens you see nuclear cataract and afi your WhatsApp capsule ni na lens no echi no eno so etimi si we wo boso de na ye common pa mutenya make us age related chesa ni pen you say can say naturally no akra bibia mo na ni so a onko fa etemma but ye can say unyini a etesi it dey age related say unyi na kasa no age na kasa de wukọ sa level no ntia de etimisi because age related no ebia diabetes bi so ho hypertension kakra so ho na nyina so no etimi eka ho de ba yeah
wow and also obi anhwe no ye
yeah
awfo ne abatan tichu ankra ne de no say amfa ho no kra say nye common de wo no nye common
de wo no nye common
odi agrona bibia mo na ni so ankra de nko mo nya but the fact that when you from 40 ho kono de you see ehwe ni ye fancy and your risk factors
your risk factors risk factors they met ma kan ehwo asem ene beta diabetes
ye kwaba enti nyame ya adumu a ochina ye share risk factors no eso na wabo diabetes actually na ne wo bi a mfani agro ochina share ye na ye ni sankomo no medidi afia amankwa tamaklo
yan chamone mama pa ba mra beke ahose pejumedie so I say world of entertainment near echego no ye mauti bi na wani so ehu bi we you no go explain tire evidence be break kutai aye de be show ye better Dr. T I say ye afia amankwa tamaklo so then enkomo twetwe aba o makai south on treso obi to obo manisa eneto na mani na enye ye biem nti awofo na amonhwe health tips no na monfa 1 or 2 bi enfa enfrimidin de Sandra oheme na so adwumen nyame adom entertainment mi nti Ghana fo echiemu a
woni sa Sandy na where the jayo oh you guy sister Sandy be a guy
I'm the guy's queen ani jefo nyina hema it's life is too short na ansa na no bonsema multimedia kwa say me kwai omo ya adi asema yiji mani mo besa mo beka ha kwade kwai aye adwuma kwa aye be adwuma hema chepo anadwo aye any time na amanfo etimi yire omo ho core rehearsals Sarah Opare Isaac Asan Florence Morte Abna Brefi any one more keka ho inada bonsema omo because chale say no we are ready for business utimi high say no kwa na me omo PR utimi high multimedia kwa wudi dwumade bia de be hu yan ye betimi ahyehye adwuma no na oma baase enti bia Adom praise na ye odabro so ana okra we hu me kwa no nia omo koye ya no pay me celebrate omo de mu eden 1 minute e mo de ya mo fanje mo shine ye be sisi ahwade bra boko na abaya bi cheche black in space asam kwa samo je ne shine mame na sisters mess mo nyame me nka kwa no mame jiwtu na je uboza na je shine enyame mo fa shine no e ma ne sefata no nti multimedia kwa ma ye ni na ye ni so ye da masemati enim emmom kan piskin de monya kwa lunch no wenku ade ye san ase mo nkodi di mai wate yo ye to ensem ne so a esefata se ensem adidi so no enimia eti obestre kakra na o sihia me serious news no ato so e de amampoma fa me kwai se ye aba pa de adani solo kutwe se wo bi da fom pa ye koja ne kwabre honom na kwabrane ebebu atopa jen aya wonya isa obi ayi ase utimi kotwi solo ku na singing na etim mfuturu aba yabato aswansa na mame we say me dofo ba ko happy birthday the sister Kumasi Academy gave me Malice Akosia Konedu oh bomma Malice bom na mo Kenya ko house no so ye chan house Malice my Americana yo happy birthday ma Nyame show bebre. You've been a sweet friend and a sweet sister, and I have so much love for you, Malice. Oh yeah, you might 3G Ally Travels. Yeah, wo osu. Internet 3G Ally Travels. Mr. Monto Party Mami Dofono. Adajini for sokra. It's happy birthday and confirm akusi akunedu. Na happy birthday to come Ayewa 05. Yo, akwasi mafo. O ha je ba me pe osa. What I say? Me and me nua be ma no. And the baby bia party no bia no. We be kofi ampedu chema. Wa fa ho ka. Wo de obekọ eye no afọ de honom. Na wakwa akono anwa no wadidi. Me akwasi mafo Ayewa 05. Social media executive. Adom brand. We love you so much, Akwesi. Happy birthday and confirm. Yabato aso. Ye pebmana se say no kana asem edine bosha so dina no asem so a NDC parliamentary candidate John Dumelo. Oh bombo mano. Papa no. And then we say comment no. I go for can say oh politics. Oh campaign. Onia politics so campaign o bra no wedi na asem so what I say o kan ya na wan kwananti aka mo amasa say eh John Domelo ndi na asem so enti wedi at least wedi na asem so enti aya wasofo eni da so homa mo say obi o kan na asem di so de papa na nante form because o kan se presec for in national science and maths quiz na obenante barefooted every aye legon honom akọ presec gate ano na nra nurse when nense o ka kire eh bra John would you mantem? It's every who say on anti evidence base. We don't go explain tire. Into any John na nante form no. Bra John nante near her way. Near I did for you kakra gunata dim e shiradora so kakra. It's na yede ko 2024 December. It's bra John yada was say we do worship so. Okay say my mom kan asem na mfa mo ho ni sa. Nti da say we so. We a man of your word and pint. You know, yeah twa sister ba kwa Ghana has say, you know, what you need dues, pay year, over 22 years and over. Sister, no, the whole Ghana, no, you can't dispute the fact to say, oh no, Ghana sweet pie. You can't be a sweet pie, and if I know, oh yeah, be comment on one map, no, make a kofo no ho. Na nama Mac Brown, Kobisa Southson Treso, J. Lai Echi, Samonia Meche, Satam o JSS, na sister Echekumud. What I say? Ain't no sister no enya prekope no fiti be nipa na wa ba no wa chiacha ni di usa ma mekai obaye kase kakra makula rad for assign ni ade na osa be vrem na ni ade ni so wa hia ni ade ene ade fi kuma ase kwada so abedu nkran enti nya afei ene ebe ma obi kwan amana ba be kansem hunu sa say so ne ni kunu ajan so ne ni kunu ja se na me pese meka bi be no be pie mu o me ame bra panya ni dusty show so Emuaya no yabone tofa eyetiawa with a full stop bam ya to amane mo obi ametie bi especially mu amo hindan ko ma grandche ma wo me hindan e me kana asem and people were in the comments saying say na do mo hindan mu nya nipa am sem fa ye ho wo hindan na aka bi a short na ye wo dia so fire to amo eti no e bi aka akumye gine kwaku anum wo hina kwa me kai sister Sandy onua no mu fi kwada so ka bi de potie fi ono ananum bra odogu. Sister.
But how are you handling the pressures on social media?
I don't have a pressure. I don't have any pressure. Me.
Do you read some?
Do
you read some of the comments?
You know, the point is, yeah, it's my own car. I bought it myself. I fuel it myself. I'm living in my own house. I'm living in a house I built with my husband. We are fine. What I say? Into Wuhan, I never come as my mama and pressure. No. Yes, sir. Mama pressure. There is no pressure. There is no any problem. There's no nothing. What I say? My life no me da wanim. Inti de upebi abetumi aka. It is up to me to see say the okan no nyansa sem. Inti me kan de me ye no ebebo. And I say wo me you raise you cry. What I say? Me raise you so am do be kan mo ho. Ankrofo bi no. Yes obi a wo bi. Do be kan mo gina nchen no. Nama focus o mo bo ameno nama komenim asa me obese me obi pipa nti me no medro anopa bia nti wo pressure na enye scientific hwe enti me 22 years hey na wo hwe me no na wo dware pipe ano wo come asem no time start so him tis no wo dware pipe ano na sabe wo ya akoda enne ye nyina yanya opportunity e quick phones your internet I mean what I say be pages into sa won fa ho de no nya de pa na wo se me nyame ahira me dada no me de na wo begina so anopa to anwumre di ha sweetheart I bet you I'm a fulfilled woman. I have everything in life some will be baby calculate mama.
This is Hits. And this is Adom TV. Someone you money so I just tap because more sometimes you know like sister we home kuma would do the Korean films no na no ya dada but on say we nipa bi obu ne ho pan nti no ntan kasa but wo pia ni ya so fififu na ni ase ho samai someone you money so ya se mu dware pipe no shot fired ahemo sister woda dawate woda da papa virtuous woman to say woda da because we saw your journey and you baby anyankopon e de wa baba bedru bo mo han dan de wada mama mo kwan no mo nka bi kwa dan bia ye dan mo dem ene mo kwan no mo nka bi eno kwan de mesre mo bie kwan no obi anka bi enti background anu ye na wode abramo no sister pem ko wanim sa ebeye na Ghana for munja no sister you po bia onye sankofo na wode camera sini so didi atem she onye basa enti ada yamba mo kwana bo ada basa mo tena na asem so abaifo yes mo janka mani ase anope na yentu aso mebe fie sister mebe fie meba na royal room de bedi bia mebe fie kasakra ma mencha prince I daddy prince Ice Cube yo me yonko ba kwa me free South Central no stars na donso ye ba ku nie wati ase eti no ye to aso an ani December kwa ba beto udwaso de bia ya na me de say God no go shame us no eye adwuma this day ono so no mo so ntime wo na o 45 was say want me wakoye so just cast a hurusa ene nyame atenanim wa hye ne ho ani bonyam sister na won tafo e de say legally asem no we the Nigeria Rita Dominic so won tafo mi no bom manyankopon bom ma Jesus bom enti no anope wo hye me ambesa me chero say nyankopon gusua he still in the miracle business de wani da so bia no e possible me ma ne nya o say wanyini ana say oh me de makachi obi ani ho akachi wa brabom because at the last minute no otimichi ta na ekore fisara ana hana eti no me den sem ni na besi aha say ye na makachi o say mo fidie no nkoso anda Adom TV en shroma dwumadie no ya nantia yakokuma say yakota kra they say memne de da yanim ya no ya wa akra final auditions intin kwala no mo ntimi am mu bia me stress akra de a last shot or last chance ni Mikado Conference Center Laboni maame no papa no mestre mo fa mo fra no kwala maame meton safre mu nyina for mo breme na aba ne betimi the next big star e wo Ghana sansan shoma omuguso a eshray I'm the guys Queen Thomas and afi Kelvin Taylor me da mu nyina mase Frank Asempa Welbeck Kofi Ampedu da che hene amampoma madam Catherine wo ye guy nyame adoma ye be hia makao
say ya mwakwaba biembudo Badwam TV Badwam so fa ya dro no eye enkomo a ebeboa bia yetu fo magudie amanfo ya ete ho ne adwumayefo ya womo bia ye fo magudie ho adwuma eye mining site no ne ade enti eye sade ote ene no eye National Intermines First Aid and Safety Competition ya wono mo aye na adwumayefo community obia kwaye nyina befa so aboye ho ban na Ghana Chamber of Mines and the Minerals Commission the St. John Ambulance Service for and the adwumadie yi aba na ne kwampa so sebe ya enam fama gudu adwuma okoye nti na waba benya pra ewo mu nti wonpanifo mienu wa ha anope omadawo ba ye ne wo eba bedi enkomo Ura Philip Thompson or your Health, Safety, Environment and Well-being Manager FJR Bogosu Pristia Mines Chamber of Mines Mr. Thompson yamu akwaba yeda say and afi na nandon so how consultant Emma Chamber of Mines na no pay yamu ache na bibia bokode yeda mo asepa momre mumfa mumre ni agro mo ba no mre se mu pepepe enti we de yenko straight mame nko Ura Thompson ho na yene ni enkobo yenhwe objectives and say but aye simoni so wasa inter mines first aid safety awareness
yo ene ebechia amamo hwe ye ne etiefu nyina say sa dwumadie ye dwumadie ye di ne afibia mu say chase be 90s no every year bia no abese yearly event mining companies ni nyina yekomu na de nchi a botae esi so ne se ese yemanfo a ne amoye adwuma ene community a yewom no amo hu banbo ehu hia mines a ewo Ghana nyina enti ye sadwumadie se ne yebe ya ye de be kyerɛkyerɛ nti ye kyerɛkyerɛ amo ekwanpa mbefa so a amo besi abo amo hu ban na amo kofa ipra ne yare emfa ma amo nti eno ni titru a nti sa competition ekoso every year.
Okay. Now since when you started?
I'm say me I'm say 19 92 ni mu baby na amo hyase that na ye mu bi kura enche mine sase
nana ahenti mame ko nana ho minim se botaye ben na mudi esi ho ma sa competition na say adwenkyere akansie wo famagudie to hu
yo me da se bichia ahwefo nyina emra abesin ko bebre no na mine se adwuma ye adwuma bi a obi a mpese obeye so obi kra ofie kura se okọ akoye mine se adwuma se dabi yewu adwuma efise na ehu nti no ebedu mbre bi na wo se ye hwese de besi abo especially ye workers a wo mo be ye adwuma wo ho no eban na ya na bedu be bia sisi ade ya etumi ka say enye perfect de so the record safety record the mining companies nyina anything na afie bia ye ho competition say the be ya be yi o ya de pa no na be bia wo say correct nyina na correct nti hu hia ye papa papa
nti fa so be na dia bre mining enyumaku no
oh sisi ade wa say wo ba mine so no be hwe konfo mo person be ye adwuma na mo do so yes adwuma po ni ho so first day na ko bia person oba say safety record ni nye sisi safety record be bia ko du de wo ba onimi say den a mine so be hwe no o mani impra one of the mining companies the topic say o be adwuma we will expect you to come to a adwuma na ko dwan o family you know happily nti ya dia ye butai no ye gusu papa
Oroton se menhwe ni safety ni na pomoden ma adwumayefo ene wona ewo community ho no
yo nti se ne mining companies ni nyina de ye ne se ye safety ho hia ye nti no ye de nkyerɛkyerɛ unse bibia no se wo kyerɛ nipa se ne kwan obefa so a obeye enuema bebɔ ne ho ban soro ko na yi na free epiramu no eho hia ye pa nti eya no pe bia before ansana ye be hye adwuma ase no every session bia na department bia no you be bia a friend toolbox meeting toolbox meeting nti amuhia na amodwen adwuma na amokoye ho se edi epra ana ade na betimi di epra ade abreye nti amodwendwen ho a na amode enuoma amobetimi aye ne yie ede ato akwam se na ebe ya epra bia ankoye den enkoba saa so na amoye community mu mmere to bre no ye kɔ kyerɛkyerɛ amo se bia nuoma bia obeye awo efie so epra wo ho pa o aya na ye mfa ye ni nkɔ eye baby a me ye adwuma FG awoyi bugoso mse mrepi afi mu kwa no eye gyahyehyia aba ho na enye asamketo enti no ye call radio so kyerɛkyerɛ se ne be ya amunyina bebo amho ban amu behwe se nneoma biara amoye wo fie na enkofa wo hawo eno atewre nchen bia heden enfambra
na no mfa ye mfamu nkwanhia pe ne ya etasie wo mining site na areas ahodo no
yo in fact so share records na you will be to say slip and fall bia no watre no wabofom na wapatre abofom na be bia ebu na di nyina ya de atasi papa etu se bisi so a eja hihye no na ade bia na eja to baby nti eno so ya na man so ye very very particular about that na face so car akwanhia no na ade say ye de cars na ye adwuma trucks ko do na di gina sa no manyina ye wo homra se de be ya baby a hot tree say ye de bia sign bia bo ho se de be ya wo kofa ho ana se car wo be start wo car kra wo se o ye pre start ye wo bibi ti se pre start wo be hwe se mfidie bibia wo munya break ye adwuma steer ye adwuma aben ye adwuma light ye adwuma no na ade nyina wo ye test we nyina tro record de to ho ansana wa she adwuma no kra se
na kwan be ne ye be fa so aboy ho ban free sa nkwanhia we mu
yo enti say mines bia wa kwan anase ye wo even regulations and standards are ye di adwuma enti obia toto sane ye be ya yemfa ye safety nkodi agro enti one ye will be a friend of risk assessment you will be a friend hazard identification enti dwumade bia okoye bia no eso wo assess say bi ade ne betimi di ipra ana ade ohawa ade abremi eno ye first question yes obusa ho nti obusa ho ade na obetimi aye esi ano kwan nti wo ye sa na je se dan nyina no wo bo ho ban soronko se ne be ya onkofa ipra ana yare emfa ma ho ade ba akoso a eno so yemfa India gro ne se won se mining industry no highly regulated nti minerals commission inspectorate division amo buy so every day EPA4 buy so nti brand standards wo ho nti no ye make sure so bia oba be ye adwuma wo mines no mu de ya kire no se saniyoma na ese wutimi ye de bo ho ban sonko because ye mpese ye be koso prepra ye be pese obi be free mu se na aka no ka se nka no na obi ampese oba be ye adwuma wo mines na because saniyoma na ye de atoto akwan mu no ene achirachira ye chirachira muntino ama CCA no ama improvement aba ye mines adwuma mu pa
ye mra na so a ne sana menkwa na ho no nye ni ti amfa ma ye nti enkwanhie si numni ade a ede ne wo se nipa no eye reporting ne to say na ye nyina ya hwe aboye ho ban
yo mines bia wo ye wo emergency response team wom de che say o ma ye krado anytime bia emom say ye try say accident emma they say in case say ba emergency response immediately omo ho ye omo be ma first aid omo ansa na say be ma etu say bi say accident bi tumi si ansa na nipa no kwa be do hospital no sabi na ni nyina na che say ye ntumi anhwe ni yie na ye wodi ye otima won ye train won adwuma no nti BBC pe na emergency team na ba report nya ba ya no makọ ya kototo no nyina de wo se manifest it de wo se ringe hospital wo mo fa ambulance mra de ni nyina ya tutu ni nyina se de be ya se in case si a na che se ayeboko
sa mra na so nti maye wo final safety tips for the day.
Okay, you the American say un say de bi amehu say air driver for amukọ filling station a bo so gina ho ya twara boho pa de san aboho se mama ye nye call aso bon so tika no mu eye call yesi mama engine nsi so oh we dey me bu 50 Ghana pe me bu akọ na e friend say car engine na eden esi so e betimi de o ha bebre e de abre nti ade ba akọ amehu ana sisi aso mobile phone ya yekuta ya ye e bo aye bebre na no suso no ebi mo so ya ye ama edi ohawo edi aba obi wo ha onama ne airport that is a headset is na sum na ni tisi ni phone so no de nam kwan ho ebetimi ama how edi aba car ebo so aban kura ho nyeden wonte enti anope ni America chiro bia ne se wo ye efe ne se wo nam kwan ho na wo kwa make sure say we are very attentive wo ben dwene edi a wo koye no ho wahwe kwan mu ni se ebia utwa kwan mu a waja wo na sebe ka twam kura wonte ye boss aban kura wonte se ne be ya we are all be attentive se ne be ya ye be yi akwanhia ayede
eda mo ase ano penso ne momre eda senti ora Philip Thompson ene nana ando na yete won mo enka no nti wante hwe kura no ukotofu o ye ohyenkani moto bibia ukotofu obi adum engine no enye ho so na akodi nkomo akese momiensha no so ye ne sa ye nyina babu ye ho ba nam kwan ho so amrante ne maba wa aba na airport she wasum work teze ekwan no ho na wo tie nyuma kese wa hwa wa ni bete na wa yare sabia ti momiensha no so wante hwe kura ne ma miensa wedi fa ba okotukum ebeboa wo mekwaba for France wo ho ye betwa so best brain publication for mena one more assay and upe boots papa dia omdi nsia abe drama so your creativity and imagination wo student leadership citizenship critical thinking and problem solving wo and digital literacy so and communication e wo ntu pesa books we mu bia baby eton books bia ebi wo NACCA4 one more agiatum for 0507 200 300 and 0504 200 300 now on a best brain publication for Akasa. Franco Trading Enterprise phones papa fie o pebi e ho na obenya no. Ye wo Nokia ne Samsung ne iPhone ne smart TVs. Ye wo tabletop fridges ne Franco air condition wo ho CCTV cameras and so Franco Trading for e woni nyina bia bo no enso ye. For Franco 0246 422 338 and 0555 939311. Now on the Franco Trading Enterprise for Akasa. Dominion herbal powder so eni wuni di ye no na yesa onom no de di kan no pa eni anwumre wunya warm water no wasa powder no biagum e boost immune system no di nkunim o yare bia so nti say ye stroke ni diabetes no spine na wo problem obi a wontume na wonom Dominion herbal powder ni bia boa pa ye Dominion ointment so e wo ho honam ba bia ye o ya na wanya bi na o de atwitwi e be ko pharmacy ne chemical ne herbal shops bia mu a enu we bi wo hon cry Harry Pat Ventures nana boache any Angels Herbal Shops bi wo ho Ekus Pharmacy wa Shaiman Little George Health Shop on Water Makofo duan so Gapson Pharmacy Delight Pharmacy wo hene nana any owusku bi so ubenya bi so hum ye Tony K na achimoda nana ya provision store ne Kennedy Drug Store so menya so ye Nagiza Pharmacy ho nyina ubenya bi 12 years untumi nyusu bi o 12 years e ba forma and open for na abofreti no for no so a Dominion herbal powder and an ointment also to me a subi P-Work Healthcare or the 3P garlic mixture ba 100% garlic in so be any Ejabian kan ho and ye chimney de aye 3P garlic mixture e boost your immune system no moja moja broso wo so a manage no ma menstrual pain and I say one 9 on say titiri unum bia boa stroke ne asthma na stress hawa unum 3P garlic mixture boa pa hwehwe wo mo wo kan shi Kofi Sam ene Kens Walk Kumasen so Dani Heba ne Colinac omo hoho Abet Sam ene takrade AA Mensan sunyane so ye Green Light Pharmacy ubenya P-Work no yi e be frɛ 0248 928 824 0248 928 824 and 0201 000021. Now only P-Work for Eddie Enkomwe. Happy birthday, Enkoma Ayowa 05. Yankupon Shrow. Yamenyo Kessie, Kusiso Be Kesepa, Nafe, Menyonko Evelyn, Tio Ousumafo. Also, Nebabe Mua and sister Ruth Bakwabna Obey Ofosu. Also, Eddie birthday. Yankupon Shrow. Yamenyo Kessie, Ninibe ni Petichu. Ewo man ene abusua ufri mu na fe ba konso ewa ha happy birthday nkoma ko Sami Junior o Pandai nyame shraw nyame ne okese ye nua odehye bo usujo from antemu no dini juma and always show a happy birthday nyame shraw nyame ne okese pa na nyini be ni pakese obi awdu awda na bia happy birthday Stella Gumbi happy birthday so enkoma nyame ani mu nyam nya kese ewo so bia udu birthday ne bia nyame shira medidi afia amankwa tamaklo me kwekwasinsia ye krado de asemidika eto aso no mahine kwabna santenso ato aso tieda se yeko
asemidika hinna beka akwasi insia commander 6 karo seniatie ye bi baka cho se ye di obuo ene enidie ebe kire ya adwen mo bia ya mu hihye no mo bia komantu Ghana no ye nyina ye dea nyame ene de Ghana no akyɛyen ni ye omu bia no ye sa ye twade ato de amankyirima ti ye mfa kokoduro ni obuo ni die kwan so enkasa niema a ɛkyea ho se ne bi ya mpanifu a ye omu firi dodoom so mbedi yenim fa ye nkobɔ hya asase ne so no ɛbɛtretre wa kwan na wie ye de ama ne enkyirima a ɛba medini akwasensia asemidika ebrera so but just as a way of information enano kwesiada na beto odwa se Pentecost elder ya owo Johannesburg or South Africa kidnappers bi akwa kidnapping no from kwesiada no ebesi enura nwumre abusuafo enne dikita ho saa amasem no kasa enura nwumre kidnappers no agyae no enti elder Imano Kujo ya kidnapping was South Africa ono akasa gina asɔre dem eka nyamiasem na kidnappers bowura asɔre dem wo kidnapping no kidnappers no agya no abawaka busuansa biem ewo Johannesburg na anyekwa nukro na anyekwa abusuafo had to sort out the kidnappers asano muja but the nyamiase de say omu jane no na ho ba bia entie omu amono omu antino omu anka no nyame de da na sese wakoka busua ensa Pentecost ne Ghana Christopher ne agidifo a ye kan ye ho bo mu se emperifo declare 3 days fasting ne yeso de wo agi mu no nyame kyira ye nyina but all the same I hope say chairman say 3 days fast le man na wieye ye nko so fa nko na wieye na yen kai ye nwan mu a ewo amama bi te se South Africa unim ne be na obi akofa bi di aba be bom no aba be sei niema se ya yen kai ye nwan no a enwa bi edi enwa bi o South Africa ne ekuabo achiwo Adom edi kobo na Adom FM midday news okaye ese ukopiem wo South Africa eyade a eta koso but when a bar limelight because of video no mutimi nya yen ntia yen ka omo so won paibom nyankopon enka omo ho anopa misachia ora samolabu jinapo Minister for Lands and Natural Resources so ho ye de akwaba baabi akwan so oboko de abo 8 bi yawe wodru ya de yamiase I was about to share video in TV so mo fa nche menya code kakra etina na ma say my slow san video am patcho hu no TV so eye Diaso Forest kwa brentuo ene ya magalam say edidi akomu san kwa brentuo pa ene ya magalam say edidi akom san yeah. You see, there be a cassette, okase obeka ho asemu a. Uya beka ho asemu a bre. Yeah. But me see ye Ghana for ye nya atwom. Ye nya atwom. We are hypocrites. And I know UK COVID by Finance Minister said a Prime Minister said a resign here. Near to Kroma near Bodjom say, "Hey, abrofo de or shan omonas we ntimi anya or no atwe ho de so near tie boy nsem." Abujina pa a Minister for Lands and Natural Resources 4 years when away. 4 years when be kwai. Galam said that so cause that's what yakunya so as Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. But UK Prime Minister train who because when timi containing niema bi e woni mem no ye tie de nyatwom bonabaso but see ma nyina me catch bujina po should resign hey yanti bi da why should you resign yet ma obetimi aye you are part of the problem ye nyina ye ka ho bi ye nyina ye ka ho bi ene ya so sa de ma ne so na se bi abaye tan na president Kufuor de dim but the presidency are two on the line. Chemiso ba ko ani ate. Since I be president mampani. If you shall watch him na mampani yakwe. If you shall watch muni yakwe. Mr. President, show me one water. Yeah, we started the fight against galamsey. And yet, because you no jina kwentia. Okwa TV no akwa hunu so no aba na for visa. Ha na ye. Se be jina ka chem se eko na ye ko aba galamsey no. Tan ye nyai. Sika na ye pema nkrofodi. Sika ana ye pema nkrofodi. And I know two for or say two. Asantimen neura okay. There's my cat was said to be a cancer more dance here. I think October 27th last year. And I say fight against galamsey is bogus. Yam kayo. O 2-4 say to 2 abebio. And I say the fight against galamsey in Ghana is bogus. Nima kwesi say am kaya ka wen people in ka abuafu because ye beka abu gina pass am 2 meja. Ba me nua na makato say abu gina po e me nua. Me bra pedi no me nchire no me ntai no. But o ya ade na say enya me ntra say fa me san hye me demri fam e ka say me nua ntima ye din da bi. Me yesa me say o man no. E ka ba na o hira frezai. Munchire Ghana for se kanu de dia hye galamsey fight team. Na munchire sunso so papa abaso. Mumma esa account no me kuduka. Kwanya kotre betre sade na maye. And now you guys are compromised. And I don't be so bia sembe. Ada Anas Aremiyaw Anas. Ekoye investigation about corruption here what your judiciary no. So called the former chief justice yes. Georgina Theodore Wood. Wo ye. Or take committee. Emi investigate ye. Emi atwe. A judges ni bi assign wo dwumadie mu. Iras to Sasaridonko. I investigation on galamsey. Enye ne ba president Kufuor by since 2017 besi enne. Enna yaka say Samuel Abujina pona ye minister for lands and natural resources. What is what na ba bi kura ka Erastus galamsey document was em da. What? Me say Anas Aremiyaw Anas. Judiciary corruption by no. Chief Justice Disini Naso. Mami Georgina Theodora Wood. Ye investigation. A judge force ye chiomaso no, ye chiomaso. Abujina Pobetina Kunyasa Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. What to say? Irasu Sasaridon kwa document bia babwa waka wasem krada matibida. Me see one, me need the personal issue. Na juma oye na mo challenge wo because I see incompetence. That is what I see. I see incompetence. I was Samuel Abujina Podjuma oye as Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Ebi a wonyi obi manen catch ba me makosinsi am no free asante mampon de me catch na minister me ni watem me kasentia wo me kan ye minim se no kra de akere wo e di se bi wan kasa kra wo free dwumem ko fie now where some of these documentaries are eya wani wu say you are so pretending over this Shady Aso Forest. Shady Aso Forest. Near to another UK Prime Minister resign, near to Kuba Nyachom. MPP ni na bre UK for the Emraya Juma and Shaya Juma Ukuma catch the Bujina Apostle resign na bofu. All resign because my pension yana is obeying a all resign because my pension yana is obeying a man penny did na kunya ato lie. And President Kufuor no kro o me say afi ba ko na ko utimi fantin su ba ko kra ni because nye galamsey bi na moko e no tu for kan no ada multimedia ye documentary di Erasto Sasaridon ko mentia and no pem so cast assembly as a government fight against galamsey, it's bogus. Bogus. Nipa bi na edidi hu keke. Mesi Samuel Abujina po me bu nkonta nkyere Ghana fo e ka ya bo the fight against galamsey o any resource a Ghana fo nya. Na be ka cham si ya nkyere nso amusi buei. Kwabra ne to bo Ghana kase. O to no bo Ghana because ya nkyere nso amsi yesi buei. Me enka kwa ka Abujina po asem. Ito ya de nya me enka. Oda so tia konya so as minister abra galamsey guso koso. Samuel Abujina po eda so tia konya so as minister for lands and natural resources abra galamsey da so koso. Na if you say you can go na ka resign. Nya twem MPP chitafo. Nya twem MPP chitafo. You can go resign. Kama ko ise be job ka tese Abujina po resign answer. Otimi nya adwuma no mutimi ka nkyira no onti adwuma na se adwuma na Abujina po ye no onti ase emfa hu mene kasa me say wo ye MPP ni a enna wa ban mu no enna betimi akorete some of these errors also some ye na say NDC for kamaka politics from ye sa na MPP ko position a error bi e beba NDC aba mu kamaka so mo ye politics. Ensuo be ye den Samuel Abujina po wo sika na obenya ebia tonsuo ne na busuanom na wo o party fuso ye ma 10 Ghana 100 Ghana obeda tonsuo ne bianom. What you as minister people are poisoning yensuo. Me am pam no kofa competent person am her lands and natural resource ministry so. Why is he still in office? After displaying such incompetence. Why are you still in office? What are you doing there? A two shona crowd, you know, Master Okwaduma, don't ferry. Okay, that's what you are member sign contract. I buy what you fucking to a minute womb. Near the Yaji, a sign lithium. Ghana buy 19%. It's in Yaji. Shame on to us. Shame on to us. Catch up someone, Mama Brofo for my edition. Some of these actions sitting in there, Ama Brofo Naji, the center of Accra. And I got a phone to me to feel crowd. I was not to do a cantonment. A Brofia Neji. Now again, I can't also call Pekuma. Okay, say how they was say and cry baby ango, didn't answer worker. Go to America. There was a woman at the center of America. Go to UK. There's a woman at the center of UK. Ghana the yeah. You benya fuso just you been to atem. No akwaje 100 Ghana cedis every dinyame. Me say we nyina ka ho. How do you yina? Because Penfonu says, Yajimo ha. What pick up ready simple de Maya, ya okay, Yabeko. Tiaquasia, quaya, Yabina Fuso, yes, a big Tiaquasia. No problem, no, we would debatem now, so a problem in your issue. My challenge is say, let's deal with galamsey. Let's chase all the crazy ballheads. The only thing that me galamsey akoso aye kese o na na kufa na pension say because the president and his government are compromised. Omuni hubi. That's the only reason. You bet me galamsey aye kese anda na nado dan kwakufuado. But anda na nado dan kwakufuado. You are spending sika on the fight against galamsey. Eche aban bia in this Fourth Republic. But it's so near there. It's so near there. Me see Honorable Samuel Abujina, but tell Ghanaians, how much has your ministry spent on the fight against galamsey? Me found to resource, yeah, so who's more my Ghana for more? Tell us. Say you're 2 cities, I can't say 2 cities. Near 2 cities, that's what you ma. enya ni say ya omi enya ni say ya why dey nko e be say aja say me anka abu gina po asem me anka abu je yate yanka why yama na ntira ho saa no fa incompetence no enya adwuma as minister saa na adwuma wo ye ne no e be so abada bi adwuma Samuel Abugina po wo ye ne enne as minister for lands and natural resources e be so abada bi na so ye minister na saa ne ma sei koso na so timi nya kokodo sa dware shatare fa banka control officer se wara ene Ghana be bia be ko bia galamsey ade adentia Elano Daniel Nicola Tetatos Global Kai, former Tema East MP. Or see, because MPP people are involved with it, a man are ding. Because MPP people are involved, it's a man are ding. Sebu jina po beka wasem. Se President Kufuor beka wasem. Because a fear mamunsem. A fear for neye. President Kufuor ba ye hunu obi a o hyegelam se achida. So da bia kwache niema. Right. Na Adom danko Kufuor. Na Adom danko Kufuor. Na ka kire se na me anura Mon so ampacho mo report efficacy. Mo nkoka mo fa video ne nko. Na mo paraphrase ya na distorted. NCC so. Mo fa video na kasa nkire mo. Why? Because near me can have semishia mampeni na, I will say the same thing. Semishia minya penny Samuel Abugina pana. I will tell you the same thing. Seminia, so far so good. When it comes to Galamsey fighter, what fairly as minister? Yes, you might be selling in other areas. But no pedia make a was a Galamsey Misiana. Make catch him in your penny Seminia. Men Canada. Say no home, say me cat TV sort of panel. Men can watch me show when I catch no. Say a Galamsey fighter under your sect. What fairly? What fairly? What fairly, Poto? What fairly? Me catch that no. Me de catch am say me sing. Me so nyame, na me so nipa. Me mama don't tia penny. Me kasa ntia. But me say me can no kure wom and e dia to. Say me nua Samuel Abugina po. What fairly in the fight against Galamsey? Resign. And it's ready. Yakopo ya no watch the beto aso. Much on the buo Minerals Commission. Also, Kajaka, oh, my comrades and tell a crowd. Media questions, I say medical background.
Well, yeah, Damu must here try and come on this one. I make out say Badwam on Adom TV, multi TV. So, yeah, the questions the answers so team near Bonko Bokamasa. The GDC also I crowd say, over my Ghana, the Brebe Maya Hokwa, the Timmy. Edisa and Komono. Happy birthday and Komayoa 05 Ayoa multimedia and say yeah, happy birthday. And then Roselda Oforibedu also Fairview Court Kumasi ona managers also and with the happy birthday sunko enko enfama. Yatnasi studio Adom dia culture toothpaste adaroma on the day body training jabidia kesi enia abe for kwan so ye the brain say you from policy. In fact the best because Obaka ya titi no ye ne didi djuma anu no ana ne om dia fa fidie mu ana ebo am ye sinya hodin sunku na encancer ifie no ban kama. Is another quality product from Samara Company Limited, Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Namasa Kyle says St. Andrews for Egusu. St. Andrews SHS honestly akwenya dawaso betimi eruwa sukumu na wako SHS 1 ejene de omo kan so won krabata ne bi wo ye ni odubiase dunkwa won ofin mankasim shama anasehwi asanwene so so wo hwe won so hwe no anima in terms of results kwa om se nya akwansi enti nya akwansi de miso bomodiana only one in Bedinkitan, St. Andrews SHS. Offer more 0244696911 and 0207891004. Now, Masaka said the countdown to the new patriotic party or more flag leadership contest. And of course, your election headquarters, Kokromoti Power, the Ebekosubia Ebebro, Meminda as a no 9 year share a young common as a copy say, on to chi in Abeba Nevi no Tia say, we be no more trade Ebebono and I before the Yehu, the Obeye Franka Tuni, ama the new patriotic party out Okushia. His Excellency the former President John Dramani Mahama. The vice presidential candidates in there, they be this accommodation. But maybe, if you care to know, also names are Abba Up, amongst them tallest one, Almighty Napo, Anafi, Yemami Eslausu, and then the education minister, Doctor, forgive me, I'm sorry, Dr. Yao Oseduchum, thank you. Yao Oseduchum. And then the majority leader, Chairman Sabosu, Deputy Speaker, Pekwai Usu, Joseph Oseusu, Joyce, Onosudi Abba Up. And then the surprise amongst them is our current Chief of Staff, Yemami Frame-up.
And I'm going to on listen if you know why amendment and I still
no, everything is in Frame-up party. Also a part of it. With the NDC, it's tilting towards maintain our dear mother, Auntie Jane, the likelihood to be partner. His Excellency the former President John Dramani Mahama, very high to say. And Kobana the next potential first Bako Eminu, Julius Deborah, and then Eric Opoku are for this year Omuninaye potentials. And other names in there for now, they have to be at where they are. But these are the names and also ADA or the National Democratic Congress, Julius Deborah, and then Eric Opoku. But the likelihood still maintain Jane Nano Opoku very, very high. So the contest between two key front people, i.e. Kennedy Akompre Japan, and then Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. These two great personalities, with no disrespect to the other personalities. Adai Nimo, Anafi, former Greek Minister Dr. Akutefri, one also can't race.
I don't still want.
Those commentaries are very unfair. Also, can the office never draw to that effect?
Say we are free.
No, we're a lawyer. So we're a lawyer. Your words are very, very useful. Oh, now maybe you are putting it right. And by no crime, that condition and now Casino. Because I mean, I signed it here and Kakrata Babon. And I'm just a maintaining. Mousia Denny Munka. Oh, no, I'm going to TV. I'm also TV's one. On TV3, yeah. Team, I died in Hunenra, send on low TVs. You don't believe in Akutu, why? Now, why would you believe in Akutu? Of course. Okay. Why? What is your challenge with Akutu's campaign? Many challenge, but some on Gaza president. No, what's up leader of the MPP? They are two different things together. Don't mix the two. We are leader of the MPP, when you're president of Ghana. He said he wants to be leader of the MPP. We want to lead the MPP. You are taking him out of contest. I am not taking anybody out of contest. You can't so out of contest. They are not also leader of the MPP. That's the point. No, without being a leader of the MPP, how do you become? Yes, Headmaster Metuasi Council. Question was very specific. Why do you want to be president? Why do you want to be morning show host for Adom Bedom? Beyond the why do you want to be morning show host for Adom Bedom? Question is specific. You are saying we have moved beyond. We are flag bearer no ebusa say what that was the question from the gentleman. No colleague na some busa no. There be no also che journalist and say also busa and say the journalist didn't call for education council. We said specific question. I didn't know about my morning show for multimedia. I was say Africa for program once. Baba, is it the same? They are not the same. So he want to be leader for the MPP, not president of Ghana. What does it? Okay, so quickly, making kind Krata is free NDC Honum Abba. These are two lawyers, senior one and a new esquire, part of us, Member of Parliament for Tafo.
The
NDC has noted with disgust the report of the Office of Special Prosecutor on the investigation into alleged commission of corruption and corruption-related offences involving former Deputy Finance Minister Charles Eduboy. The conclusion by the OSP at paragraphs 7.1 of the said report that though the conduct of Mr. Eduboy amounts to trading in influence or influence peddling, which is closely associated with corruption, there is no actual criminal prohibition of its acts in its respect of which the OSP has a mandate to further act is totally flawed and misconceived. Having forensically verified the audio-visual recording adduced by Tiger Eye PI as a true reflection of the events represented thereon, and having conclusively established that Charles Eduboy indeed demanded a bribe of 20% of the value of the initial investment on or an upfront payment of 10% of the value of the proposed investment and post-investment sharing of the proceeds of the same from undercover agents of Tiger PI who was posing as a businessman interested in investing in Ghana. It is totally unacceptable for the OSP to have concluded that Charles Eduboy is not guilty of a crime. For the avoidance of doubt, Charles Eduboy's conduct, as captured in the Galamsey economy documentary of Tiger Eye PI, clearly amounts to the offence of extortion as provided under Section 247 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 at 29, as amended, which provides follows. Explanation to extortion. A public officer commits extortion who, under colour of office, demands or obtains from a person, whether from public purposes or for personal gain, or for any other person money or valuable consideration which the public officer knows is not lawfully authorized, or at a time at which the public officer knows is not lawfully authorized to demand or to obtain that money or valuable consideration. The report smacks of a cover-up and has the potential to dampen public confidence in the office of the Special Prosecutor if not reviewed immediately. The conduct of Charles Eduboy constitutes corruption of monumental proportions and must not go unpunished. We wish to serve notice that the next NDC government shall institute criminal investigations into this matter with the objective of prosecuting all those found culpable. Until then, we urge the Ghanaian public to treat this report with the contempt it deserves and demand a total reversal of this disappointing decision of the OSP. And it's signed, Sami Jemfi Esquire, National Communications Officer for the NDC. Lawyer Chum Berima. Well, my lawyer, as well.
Because Sami Jemfi Pan is signing a do it. Or a lawyer more. I'm shocked.
Okay.
I'm shocked.
And they said, Assemble.
I am shocked.
And why are you shocked when you bed?
As one you're shocked.
Oh, when you bed, I can tell you. Why are shocked? I am so I shocked. And I said, the colleague in there, I mean, I branch a good Democrat.
Former
Minister of State. So, or is it a bit above the Deputy Minister? It is you can say.
Banga, just put on your professional cap. You think that is normal for some of this? Just put it in.
Okay, so you see, you're from since our legal matters are booming, you're from that context. May of course be now your friend political leadership. Now in it, you define corruption. One of the definitions of corruption said by or cited by World Bank. This is your definition. Like the permission my main kind of say it defines corruption as a misuse of entrusted power for private benefits. Misuse of entrusted power. Ghanaians, through the constitution, have entrusted our power into the president. And that power need be upon Charles Eduboy himself. Until you have entrusted our power in him to serve us as a minister of state at the finance ministry. Or say this benefit could be money, power, or status. Corruption can be described as a situation whereby government officials and private economic agents allow personal and narrow interest to override considerations of larger public good. Override the considerations of larger public good. Nti ade anka beba Ghana fo nyina hunu so mfaso anya so mfaso na sebita frache o nipa ba akofo bi me nka nsempo ochu like selfish interest nti abedi wono nko aho say ade na ka bebo aye nyina no abo no nko aho. Let's bring it into comparisons. Ade na chazari bu an here kakra ye hunu TV so ayi kire yan ayi na hwe bi ni kire say emrantie bi a na say opening bi a na paso bibie anyima o kurum ha enne kodi ahia na obusa no akwankyere mpanin so obusa fo nyina kwan nti se oho obakrum no obusa mani akwankyere nkonye bone to obusa na kwan boduma fa so establish bank among other things me kai bra na semba me betra ha ya forgotten nipa na me ne wa okay one of your deputy communication directors me kan di opportunity mbisa one na me ne wa that day akosinsia na tie me ka kira akosinsia se o kire kwan mo bia hu kwan fa so be bie bank na tenyima hodo enye bone so what does it anya boni anya bia no mfana so be dem bank my finance minister and most banks are including the bank the mother of all banks the Bank of Ghana there's a finance minister so what does it in the deputy minister of state owo ho e bu bisa na kwankyera onyira kwan ne kwan so ano ne mom ne ma bi di akire private game bi di akire. In the video we saw that the gentleman took about $40,000 for shopping. 40,000 USD for shopping. For that time because another dollar near say 8 cedis you can put check it. For multiply by the 40,000. The US can be on non quantity so the shopping. And so how? Omuntu di nkomo kire ni ma bia sika bia informa to bia de odi akoma vice president appearance feed odi be ni say obi be kan say say okan ye say wa anye okan on law na wa okan on extortion was say where you make a demand or you obtain. So there are two different things. Demand me say maka say me nya fama me. Obtaining me say de ma me awie.
Say na mo tu me ni nyina anya papa.
Ni me nya. But in the video did he demand? Yes, yes, he made a demand. Even though it was not given. But he made a demand. He even demanded for the vice president say come on be. How on earth can you then say there's nothing wrong with this act? And that they just influence planning. Influence planning in any case is criminal. Just like in our laws is not stipulated. But it's criminal in other jurisdictions. Check it.
But specifically to what is pertaining here.
And American say na something can so I have mama the sense.
But say no the fianza.
Once I go left I will definitely give you the right. So I went left and I gave you the right. Say how do you say in it here? Okay, ntina was we done but the me cases in say no put na was wunyan on mama the definition for corruption. And my breaking down, linking in some literate. It's so. My son do about the same law as I cited in his letter. And so did he make demand in the video? What one can say? Did Charles Adwine never, or did he not make any demand in the video? Did he or did he not? If he did, then it's not against the law. A demand can be made, and the person can refuse to give it to you or can delay in giving it to you. Okay? He can delay in giving it to you or he can even refuse to give it to you. But in the nutshell, you have made a demand. The other thing is whether or not you have it or you do not get it. So what I say? And you know, we can't just turn a blind eye onto this and make it look like, oh, and actually, you see, I don't think the corruption yet mean to us. Any time somebody do or be baby, one man, shoot any assault, ayabiano, man, and when I'm coffin. Nay, about transfer, nay, your friend into my fro. Nay, a policy, not your friend, into a bonio. Now, see, my bonna best, papa. Nothing, I'll be okay. It's a very who could be a young cat. Okay? And then you can another to me. Serve and as some anyone when actually even justices of our courts. And some of them were dismissed. And I'm on Crown as well. Some of the judges were dismissed. You know who be who come by be. I didn't think about politicians, so the Yaman says the way they end saying no way this and no way this. Well, what you mean can't tell me that Sasadi video should be a well in the course, wouldn't make them say at Papa. But what would you run on out to me for? Never be two for sending them to the two for more minimum rano.
mo na mo ye say dia ye de say be di ni abebo
kɔmra ane wodimi nyɛ din ɔmampani bɛdi akonnwa ɔka kyerɛ wo ne mene wɔni mmara nyinaa sɛ ma yɛntra ɛban akyi antwe ɛkɔhwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ soɔ yɛnka bi
yɛnkɔ wotafo
ne kan ne sɛ wɔsɛ yɛ citizen na nyɛ spectator
yɛnkɔ wotafo ne yɛhwɛ deɛ lawyer Vincent Ekowasifo so Ebeka adesha mo wotafo I'm sure you know the deal already ene kwasi yakasa kese we know here mabunu how they are worth it to represent us in the August House or the development in
afọ de miam krom how do wanyi ya mehu wanyi
yeah well
mehu so any afọ de miam krom pa
lawyer we wish you well we know said they will re-elect na what you are representing
mo de mo ye
so mo de offer I feel I'm
okay all right
but just ensure that Boma constituency is very relevant to you. It's very important.
And the Nipa no go na dia no so move an impompa. I go say. Oh.
Fantastic man. Okay.
La de be kafa we hu.
Senior, my mini can chair here Otafo constituency for na so me ba fi ha che. E manager say Masaba. E maybe a twemu na what you crampo ntwemu a me ba fi ha be empem no na say empem yensa.
Papa.
Na so adesua de esi kakra ba ya saba. Omahene, ubusa minye question back. O say, put on your professional cap. Minye, you are na one camera back okra. Or your propaganda. And I will tell you why. I can't quattro. She could define what corruption is from World Bank. Is World Bank Ghana?
Debbie.
What who the nyabo chebeba? World Bank
World
is not
Bank
Ghana.
Absolutely. No money be o say oh yeah, e kata hye ne.
Yes, but World Bank is not Ghana.
But ye mbra no se dia ma best
Intimeba. Okohwe the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Ohwe Article 19 Clause 11. I no ne under the Chapter 5 of the 1992 Constitution. The Constitution say the Constitution say any law, my stating very clearly so that the Ghanaian people will understand what I mean. Article 19:11 say no person shall be convicted of a criminal offense unless the offense is defined and the penalty for it is prescribed in a written law. Ghana. Clear, it's a constitutional mandate. Inti, so ask them all kind from corruption from World Bank now. Where is it in Ghana?
No, but
it's not. Hold on. Sina, hold on. I'll come there.
Okay.
Hold on. Uye no. Ana make a choice Sami Jenfi obi oyem mranimfo. Now I sign a statement we know. Me dream one mentia because you can say extortion. It is not only about obtaining or demanding. It will have to be done through force or threat. And I can just give you yes. Into a simple Google of what extortion is. It defines extortion to mean say the practice of obtaining something, especially money, through force or threat, not just obtaining it. Yes, through force or threat. And nuntina, the OSP ekase, sisi ana yekase, emrebie ni wa adia Charles, adubuan ye no. Yebetumi ade akwahye de ketin if we say it is against the 1992 Constitution, which is Article 19:11, that any law be an aso be a obe charge so ayo boni bia no just say emra hye say we ayo boni and the penalty so ye dey esa wo ho. That is number 1. Number 2, okoshe the Criminal Offences Act ye will be a friend no intent. Section 11 of the Criminal Offences Act 29 intent alone is not an offense per se. And lawyer nim and time can say so okoshe the professional kappa and small kind onka. There is a clear distinction, a very clear distinction between legality and morality. Senior, legality and morality. Morality, no. Also, your jurisprudence. Yes, your jurisprudence. If it be natural law and all that. Natural law just say the nyankopon dia dey e dia maye. Ye inherit as a people. Say dey we di eyebone. Nti we no obi yire koda. The natural law say that you're born. But yanchewa, no law can come after you. And the question is, Adia Charles Bisu a year, Charles Edubuan here, you know, is it right or wrong? In my personal observation and estimation, and you had the pa, and I'll condemn it any day. What you say? I'll condemn it on any day. Say you had the pa, but say I don't know call and say influence peddling. No, say a bit me also the con and a bit me also the pa.
Just because of influence,
it is not possible under our laws. And when I say Ubusano, say professional cap. Are you saying, senior, that say AGBR the extortion way and necessarily we court say extortioner or best as absolutely not. If I'm a judge, I will not even look at this because it will have to be by way of force. Video now, I'm sure you know. Man, who know anywhere? I just do one here. Catch almost say a yense. One farmer me I may say. In fact, Charles Edubuahen was not initially ready. So Kwakushi Ankrofono. He later gave in to meet them in Dubai. After, in fact, it was a detour make here at the time I know course Singapore for a national program. And bonnie under our laws. And influence peddling bonnie under our laws in any way. No, for us to be able to deal with corruption, I will support the call that morally the power. And I said, dear Charles Edubuahen here, and the power or so. We will never support this. The New Patriotic Party and support the idea of no. You say idea no. Say to corruption power krum hanoma. You're very wrong because integrity. Senior, say unko na show them now integrity.
But one thing there.
What you say? Indeed, for a true test of obio integrity, no, and then when there's no camera on you, which Charles Edubuahen has failed, which we will condemn it. We will condemn it. The New Patriotic Party is not in support, and we condemn it any day. We will condemn it. And yadepa, near first so near sre obi amanyoni and also be a politician. And you see, senior, that is why I make a bit of a detour. I have worked with the Ministry of Education. Yeka say baby akrono wo and I say katashewa. It is not necessarily the politicians. You question the auditor general's report. How many? And now who say there is corruption? Who say politicians? Look at our agencies. The country is rotten, and sometimes I feel hurt as a young man because there's no future. There's no future because it is not president and as a minister and as a the main cancer also corruption. But as a state, you now see need to be back together for us to be able to fight this canker. You can find some of these directors at the ministry. Trust me. The kind of property some of them have made. No, because as a civil servant, how much is your salary? Where did you make all these monies from? Yet, the politician, because me MP, when we are talking about corruption, they will be pointing fingers at you. Meanwhile, as a member of parliament, me will be a contract. I am just in parliament. I made a meshemra. But people will be pointing fingers at us. See, they are corrupt. Whilst we allow, which I will charge the media, senior we should be able to tackle this issue with respect to corruption. Free now for our societal fabric, the morality of our societal fabric, to see how best it may deal with corruption. Because senior, even in the next 50 years, from what I see, we are going nowhere.
All right. My name is like opposite because of that. So you okay? That meant me okay, sir. Oh, we don't the tech. Oh, and I take a credit sound. When I gave the definition from World Bank, or no one in Bayard winning, say even where judges are writing their judgments, and they get to certain words that they need certain explanations. You see them citing other definitions. Some can be, academic, be a law lecture, be a definition to a particular thing. That
is where there's no definition in our laws. It's a purposive interpretation by the Interpretation Act.
Hold on. I understand the law very well. The letter that you read gave you the explanation in the law of Ghana, Act 29, what extortion means. And the law was say, let me read again. Explanation, section 247
explanation as to extortion. In extortion in simple terms.
A public officer commits extortion. Okay. Who, under color of office,
of his office,
demands or obtains from a person, whether for public purposes or for personal gain,
whether for purposes of for himself or any other person, any money or valuable consideration which he knows that he is not lawfully authorized to demand or obtain at a time at which he knows that he is not lawfully authorized to demand or obtain the same. It didn't talk about anything force. So force now hold on. Force now kind of we see from Google definition, Google explanation, and they say we use force. I can demand something from you without using force. I can make a demand from you without using force. So it's not always the case that demands are made from force or through force. No. All right? Adubuahi's actions or whatever he was doing there, he was not using any force. He was in a very, relaxed mood.
Environment.
Correct. And not trying to bobre. Now, me minister of state, German, make a vice president. Who am I to? I mean, go to events. I with them. I mean, borrow who am I? I mean, I told you about any mommy. What I say? So whatever we are saying is in context of the law. Okay. His actions is in context of the law. We have cited extortion and the definition of the extortion law on the Amaya no. Okay, kasi na semnenia and then you
okay, so you move on. You are member of parliament for Tafo, Old Tafo. Your party, Memenda Mukusi Akai. Lawyer Chumberry, so Utinachi, now Ojibre, the Casa Copy.
Oh, many problem.
Fankusi 9, Nyankomula break the brand. Now for your Adamates. No, she only she can't win. It's in your interest. What can I say? Zufia. So far, nobody said, maybe I come on. Senior, also what Dr. Baumia? Now, come to the room. I'll be before. Yeah, we ask a question. No, one line. No. Some have declared for Akute free. Some have declared for Adom. Some have declared for. I think one man had Akute free. Mami or Central, former gender minister or
Cynthia Morrison.
Yeah, so no Ken and
that's what I'm saying.
Cynthia Morrison, no, regional minister or something.
Former gender minister.
No, a gender. COVID time.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, they are or Ken.
Second, they would mean now one can say obedience support.
Oh, they men draw conclusions.
Oh, now what's the when you make a woman now? Be a name and to no problem. I dear wouldn't so be a make us out. What do you call them?
Edda, Memenida, party no, Ejina Kono, Mensem no mechanism no, Bako, Ebefa baby, a meninji no Mabaku Minubia Esihu, as a party. Didi Kaino, party no, she say mono, or share the constitution of the party. A ma kunya se obia o pese ode no ho ba afode e de ma party no a bra party be bie se presidential elections e be ba so no obetimi a contest eno no e party no mra na ede ama wa kunya se obetimi ayesa. That is an aspect of the constitution of the party. E bio no party na mra so sa show say obia obetimi a contest sa elections no. There's one cardinal thing I also would be satisfied. Integrity and good character, which is very necessary. We because that is the only party we have. And those who are going to be affected very much, it's a party way, read the young ones. So I am interested in charging the party leadership to make sure that the right thing is done. And apart from party leadership, no, obi oye panyini bia so party be hunu ni say, ubeja wachi ye dia ma chirima. Enti wuntimi ka say document ba ko no, we mafa. Na emumade we dia menya de memfa. There's a Scottish law, I friend no, the doctrine of approbation and reprobation. Yeah. It's a legal jurisprudence. So you cannot approbate and reprobate at the same time. Yes. So one aspect what me say we Majiatu. Oh, we dey mean to.
Oh, you can't do cherry picking. I mean, all father of
absolutely, you cannot do cherry picking. Nti wuntimi ka sɛ party na ma okwan sɛ ko contest. Ne mo party na so akyerɛ sɛ also unya oye obi a oye loyal with good character and integrity. So even in some other no afa party no, I get very critical. Unfortunately, we have allowed some of these comments to go on. My party no so young. I have me as a young man, which I think that the party leadership should elect to deal with some of this. But now it's too late. But even after the elections, a day going forward, say the Bayer party no, and also be or what party no. Yen to also any way about the party because the party is bigger than all of us. Well, say we a member of parliament. Well, to me, found home part electoral commission said be MP. It is the party that sponsors you because the party is bigger than you. Inti honoring can be brave. The mechanic said the party leadership. You best say the only party we have is the New Patriotic Party. And they catch them say New Patriotic Party. Tafo me ko gina ho a menye sure say be uka so independent say Vincent dey ntina wo ye beto abama without the New Patriotic Party. That is a party that they know. And me ka in someone mebunu ni bi ka kire me ene omo mo tie so ka kire which they are not happy about and we need to deal with that. Number 2 eda memneda no we have over 200,000 people in Ekoto Sabe. Na so 200,000 people, no. I am just hoping because the near 900 and something, it was largely peaceful. But this is not 900 people. We are talking about 200,000 people. There will be disagreements here and there. People will have to agree to disagree and all that. I bet to me the problems are crabba, but I know that the party is doing its best to make sure, say to me, I have any challenge and I say any security issues. I bet to me about on Saturday. Yentia say obia wo baby a opeso de ni normal fa na so opeso de the decision fa. And let me make this point. Senior, we share the history of this party. This is the first time. Never before has it ever happened that the party is united in supporting a candidate at first instance. A candidate who elect to be a presidential candidate at first instance. Because J. Kufuor in 1996 contested. He was not supported. It was in 1998. And Sana Party, no, Ebeka said, okay, unanimously, you support him. His Excellency Nana Addo Kufuor contested with J. Kufuor in 1998. He was not supported. It was in 2007 that the party unanimously said, say, we will take you and make you the presidential candidate. It is only Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia who the signs are very clear. We be able to miss it there, but the signs are so clear that the party unanimously would want to bring Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to face the 2024 elections. Nobody can stop it. But if you want to stop it as a human being, you have to do so, or you have to do that by way of the tenets of the constitution of the New Patriotic Party. In the end, as I said, that is his star, and I said the time now. So I have no doubt in my mind, said the over 200,000 people on September, no, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will have less than 70%. Not less than 70%. Obi onim Otafo bi abekatro. Otafo is not the place whereby you can say on any day say ekoto aba. So the Alan ejina ha na so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ejina ha. Say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia betumi awini. No. The history doesn't support that. But even before Alan pulled out, the atmosphere has changed that Otafo was in support of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now I was shocked. And people were saying, oh, Vincent, you ain't painting our influence. No. You cannot put everybody in your pocket. That is why I'm saying, say, the party is speaking, the grassroots is speaking. Never before have we had such a support for a candidate that will make it the first instance or first approach to be the third bearer of the New Patriotic Party. Never before. But we have to come back together at the table as one people to forge forward to win the 2024 elections. That is what me hear me. Senior me to way Juma Baby ba me be your Minister of Education. Me boom free. Ba say me MP ba ya ma me hwe. Me boom free. The only hope I want to say the party should be able to break the 8. That is why I speak sometimes passionately about some of the things that happen because a lot of people are looking up to the party to be able to make sure say what happened in Nigeria should be able to happen here because it's possible. The promises that you gave to the people, that at a point in time in our lives there were about 100,000 of our young men and young women are no suku because of poverty. Today, 100,000 no multiplied by 7 years, we are talking about 700,000 people per the data and Ministry of Education. Because of poverty. That is a political decision as in here. It needs to be continued. It has not been enshrined in our constitution. And this NDC we review it as they want to review it. The teacher training allowances, which in 2016, almost pressure by almost review now, they had to backtrack. When they are comfortable, it is likely that the teacher training allowance, the NDC will say we are also reviewing it. When they are comfortable, it is likely that the nursing training allowances, because comfortability now make an say, His Excellency GM, when you president power 4 years, only Ghana need be any track because on some bar home day, MS so he will be comfortable to do the things already or pay. So at the time one no jina konumpo so teacher training allowances mo. Na afia obedia only your friend say only Ghana for only Chakabia. I mean, those are some of the policies. I think that the NDC Edibaba. And so I am urging the Ghanaian people, especially the New Patriotic Party, from now to September, to conduct ourselves very well to make sure say that is the only party we have. Oko now Kotuaba, just give a distance, maybe 50 meters or 100 meters away, and just watch and let's make sure
that Mula time game park. Yenkuti omumbra wanyano 9 abenyane 12 wanyane 12 abenyane 6 yekwaba asaba ya damu ina wase to en komo no so anu sei mamenka say lawyer chumberima atlas sanso na lawyer Vincent Echo asifo so atlas member of parliament Otafo so
Otafo na etu nti agire mu
enye kumasi Otafo
na no so
isi je ne odo
no no je otu nsa yo odo ni
Otafo
new side minim ana ye kukwantu mi ne hono esia na hono ni Otafo
okay so lawyer chum berima so ze munim na meka cho posting akwa lawyer na face was special assistant for nipa titu of Ghana John Otechro or any consultancy. I say me cheze nye so obeba be yes obe NDC kure nya akonya be yes obe lead person here omo share show one omo ka be president be patro e be say no kan ko foni bi na o
amena gwa ga
eti ko patro wrap up on the mo about to na fail evangelist.
Yes, inti nyame adomo a da memenda me meko constituency na anadwi na ma ko here to
MPB about the constituency.
Yes, because we are voting the constituency. That's the polling station.
So okofwa so says so be omutuma mesia no be.
I said making send no Ghana making.
Oh, there be so me MP. To also
be nye buga se wo akani ya.
Ye beko na ya kwa koye ntoto ye na dia ma party. Say there be bibia betumi.
So when you say Ashanti region there, make us say Kennedy Japan ni adai ni money area akotofi oho de omu nyina ya omu adwene se ombeji aba no bebre wo hono holiday I'm telling you oho de omu nyina ya omu adwene se omu de omu ho odin ni omu adaje ni omu sika ebekwa ko gina ho
but men kenya mi adwene nzro
ka de nya make kire
na mi adwene mu de akotoni adani mu bebre
kendi ombre
obetuma bibi kakra
nti o say
na ka ho na de
prophet can police ni lawyer no
dem de fa no tuntun na so
okay so kaka baka go
o mai ye de ye de no so asomdwe mboko ye to central it was decentralized omo de so omo ye ni ya constituency bi ato no de I was assigned in the Eastern region and I'm Excellency Victor Smith. I knew I didn't know one team on a monitoring on our day. Bibia Komoko police force did very well. They did very well. I will commend them because baby Bia Meko Ibiano, the kind of discipline and all my still on. Not I know what the necessary bit of be back as when Sebi with a movie. I'm expecting that when one should they will do the same thing. And the various centers now, the CC now, your month for any papa, anyone when it be sense because only anymore. o yema mbufu a studio kra o meba ho abeka mo de abeya tuturasem te mesre IGP ni wo mo de ono so hu kwa professor obetuma temi wo ma o me wiene mbia eboko ba o de no to wa otumfo ka asem bi kire wo na I hope so mbeti ose wo mo nkoyi nipa Ghana for pe nye nipa mbi for pe but obviously ma koyi nipa mbi for pe nye de Ghana for pe but ye de tia ya twen
sesu
oh and no say one am koyi de Monday I mean haka we de na si Wednesday nche wa ya
amongst them no they na Ghana for pe
oh well let me just speak on two things one year some media for year be atete sikrom and Ghana for be leading you see them on other social media platforms I mean they don't compare one year NDC MPP they only limit themselves to MPP Ken and then the rest mine na mo for say Ghana for and most of the videos I'm running in India you hear people calling on the name of Ken and you go to put them one station na why say there more power pardon me to mention their name Kumasi station be the event or TV wabaye bi won kran waye bi Kumasi several areas adum kejetia aboabo area ho ne rade waye bi bebre ama obusa the ordinary people on the street wo munye delegates wo madene so wo munye delegates then I will say they are the Ghanaians that you are talking about so what I say very good nti wo mun dey if I'm to go by it I can say wo mudu do no ano keep saying say they want to lead the MPP not any other person among the four. But obviously say me can be bia chese mba ko yi MPP for pen me so the MPP for pen na me to am tie say me say me pe ohu but I never boy madima na me na me enti ya twen mo so mba ko yi MPP for pen no e de aba eye na me ya do me ndan nyimre ayo so say the kan bia a check bia no so no motwe de na eje bo janyan abedu but what not to adeba ko mehunu se adie him kase pa wo bra wo ade we fra se nyina bepum na yese there was lack of discipline. National executives of the MPP na ntimi instill discipline among their people and pani ade e wade ni nyina ebi ni say you saw key regional leaders or regional executives coming out to declare their support for particular people I mean you say me say entwa then entwa yi ni say so we are regional chairman, regional secretary, regional organizer, regional whatever. So any of this candidates will be about region anymore. They will consult you. They will inform you. They have to go through you to get there. They say now what take you side no. And you be anti oba. Na say mu bi di kan kasa mo ma ansa no mo kasa. Oba now we are aware say. So what I say. So I think that they should have brought out some guidelines to ensure that these officers wouldn't be engaging themselves in these activities. And you have a braba, Alan at time or can be before so Kennedy can be instances that regional executives are more or less stampeding their ways. And what? So going forward, in the way they basically say, but next time, they should make sure that they will instill discipline among their people. Not obi executive or one getting themselves involved in the key activities in their course. Ne play with the awareness and control there. How we are delegate to be. But don't openly declare for somebody and be supporting someone in that man and now be this time round. My last point here, sir. Vincent Kasembi say
na MPP asa no wani abe kasa.
MPP asa no kwa kan. What say? Na me adom mod the policy abama nipa na wo se bi otafra mo ye hiafo and wo mu nyina through your policy no. More or less, he has some knack of me assess certain things that he couldn't have afforded in the past. Mamma, just one word, we anything. Extreme poverty has increased among Ghanaians, World Bank Country Director, dated 20th October 2023. And
senior, we are a comparative analysis.
Hold on now.
Senior, before you even go on, a comparative analysis.
Because they come
and then no,
many problem. I didn't want to always say to me carry be the opposite of the course.
Extreme poverty. And the poverty extreme so
you know what I mean?
If your argument is that you have taken people out of poverty, you have rather made it worse now.
Yeah, Brennan, I want us to wrap up on the Electoral Commission for normally released by.
But senior Kawin Mamen Kawaka, comparative analysis. The TLS, you will be BFN as a superlative or said the end. Yeah, compare the end. Then make a choice, say Ghana ordinarily, also cook or the Nebe Kusuku, also to about 2005. Now, Bano, HSS Kanamanwa. What you say? Now, catch them say extreme poverty, up because of what World Bank can.
Not because of what
no, that's okay.
World Bank is making reference to.
Assuming without, it's okay. It's okay, no problem. What do you know what that means? That means say Senka Ghana, Yankutia says Kana Masa and Krofonwa. That report now would have been worse.
Now when boy worse,
senior, but what argument? Okay, senior.
So remember Sankomo. Okay, Electoral Commission. No. But World Bank does. Sometimes more party in the crown has that cause to be worried about likewise the MPP. But we cannot still run away from the fact that they control the system for us. Well, sometimes average so we also have to take a good look at some of the things that they write about our country.
Or they say about us as well.
No, but even if it's true,
extreme is hurting.
That's the point.
So recreation of 25 air constituency. Now, just yes, MPP for more percent 20.
I mean that.
So the Electoral Commission says that it's not. That's not the case. The attention of the Electoral Commission has been drawn to a statement in the media to the effect that 25 new constituencies are going to be created ahead of the 2024 general elections. The Commission wishes to state that. State for the information of the general public that it is only creating one constituency, which is the Guan constituency in the OT region. The Commission has not taken any decision on creating constituencies beyond that of the Guan. We urge the general public to disregard this statement. Michael Boadu, head of public affairs, now acting on the 25 doesn't care outrageous.
10 cry,
5 cry.
I mean, back on the we have not been fair to them because the country Ghana have not been fair to that area. No, as I said, Tafo MP but one woman MP be our parliament. What does it? It's only so creative be more money or training my woman to rep our parliament in the next parliament. It's reasonable, it's fair. But we in the Frumudia, you any other city be a yet. This is a country I see in this campaign. The you're chancing adding them one hour by Dennis will be creative from. One hour sits name will come be on Montano. What means as only a critic says I'll call your maybe chamber and say, Echo took Massa, we are not ready for any cost. You're ready. Yes, on one said not I don't want to say that they were testing the waters. But even if that was the case, I yes on my tracing. Young Pessy, but 2 months ago, one day, yes. We have not been fair to them, so they deserve it. Yajatu. But no Chinese 275 for Susanna to an Yantama. Now incoming to 276. And then one. Yam Pambo. That's like Bonyo. Yeah, for them this idea, I don't know. Some people they are to elect somebody.
No, but more move forward. That's there. Also, Okaseminti, make out the amount. Those said I said, oh, that's any so you. Let me be no continue black or say. And I'm so want to, but I don't be away. But lawyers also power. I have also power.
No. Who's on one of the first nights? A Tafuswami.
Yes,
someone says James Abudu. Oh, Mukran. Tafuna Muna Dahoni and you get to ay. Now the Pancronum at Metin
was a small constituency. Okay, a small, but hugely and densely populated. Okay. Because of nature, a traditional area, so that's it. And to make me Dabako. And Azongo too is very big. And to make me even 20 minutes I'll go around the whole constituency. What do I say? But they're hugely and densely populated. But senior, sir, I do a buyer and a better can once. You can get back can once. And yes, and I'll blame one person. The person that I'll blame is Edward Bauer. Oh, yes. I'll tell you why. Met the parliament. Papa, time I told me who baby Edward Bauer tepa. He was not even on his seat. No, I got trapped on Facebook. And unfortunately, the media also didn't cross-check anything. This is the other paper yesterday. Minim you try to send no nipana that cross-check. The other paper yesterday, na me to her meshe. Because Betonam who's posted I didn't on Facebook, and I had to go and respond to him on Facebook that what could trust sideway, you yourself are not, it's not even in parliament. The EC deba parliament na a majority leader. Now also lay per article 11 of the 1992 constitution. Yes, I say EC, bebano. I say district electoral areas and designation of units into bracket amendment regulation 2023. We Anna Edward Bauer who ya because it was later Anna sa additional order paper for the Guan constituency no. Yes. So it was based on this. Because they say easy for person amend this electoral areas no. We say Obama constituency we have 16 electoral areas. So if possible the numbers in the Kostra you may have to increase it to maybe 18. So they be able to check some of the electoral areas. This is what the EC sought to do. And Edward Bauer they got to the Facebook, preparing on the media for us they fight because it was coming from a member of parliament. Meanwhile, he was not even sitting in the chamber. Oh, and that is what he did. EC any dream beer on, and in fact, unfortunately, we have a certain communication from senior members in the back where the EC is even withdrawing. Go on there anyway for now.
Oh no, they can't.
Hold on, I'm just telling you. This is something that is serious. As of yesterday evening, what I said because maybe they want to rework it or something, but there's nothing. Senior, there's nothing like creation of. There has not even been any thought by the Electoral Commission to create any 25 constituencies or whatsoever. It is not part of the thinking.
If there is no thought, now what the Guan there when I mean the name was even Guan first. Now one Sal, right? Sal coffee, those areas.
Akpafu,
the Lobine, then my first, my call you hold that one easy. What does it say? Woman, they deserve to say themselves, Matanakan. You know him say the country are not being fair to them, especially the East.
And you know, you can't
but if that's what the lawyer Vincent de Kwasi is saying is that
regarding the colleague Canadian.
Oh no, it's not that type crime.
Yeah, I'm even surprised.
I can't sit here and condemn him.
No, I'm saying power is not that type crime. I want to be emphatic on that. It's not that type. So I'll be very surprised. One chassis.
I know Baba very well. Yeah, put at the same line. We're all in the energy ministry. What does Baba?
Very meticulous.
The Americans say
1:17 p.m. At 1:17 p.m. because I started Parliament around 1 o'clock.
Are we
just
serious?
about 17?
So let me see.
Just about 17 minutes.
Okay,
so then he posted this on his Facebook.
Are we serious with these economic challenges? We still want to create 24 additional.
24. Where is that coming from?
We will resist. Okay, so
where is that coming from?
Where's
that coming from?
Emphatic statement.
Because it was a Parliament.
Are we serious?
Question. Samba.
There be no way.
Question.
Defense lawyer.
Defense advocate.
What was that question?
Well, the better was you say mo so much bra mo tima hwe TV. Kel Chaco toothpaste for Adaroma. San komo yakoso. And afenso Lucky Herbal and St Andrews SHS. Maybe your final comments. Have we done well in relation to helping our brothers and sisters at Mepe and Southton? I understand the chief of staff will call Bupe. Any other area?
Even ENRA, Parliament.
I
was part of the Nkofua, a certain press briefing to the Ghanaian people. And Parliament as a whole, per what majority leader said, is considering how Parliament as a both MPP and NDC will be able to support it. Because we feel the pains, and I said the difficulties that our colleague MPs are going through. Because in this instance, everybody is looking up to them, especially their constituents. In Tehana, we say polling station executives, or party for will be calling their MP, which is not easy. In the Parliament as a whole, we want.
What is very worrying is that the spillage, 19,743 school kids displaced in 71 schools in the Greater Accra Eastern Volta regions.
Very well. School now, in school. I mean, and media, here make us a permanent solution to this. because any and then you try to near spillage
a permanent solution. I hear
so there should be a lasting solution. The next 2025, 2027, the mama yes, I'm not
you make my day with this submission. That's all.
But as this Speaker of Parliament, but set up an inquiry.
I was even questioning Parliament to inquire into Akosombo Dam.
But Speaker cannot do that. He himself cannot. So much cannot do that. You have to. He will have to wait for an application. So it is a application being free. Floor so Maya. He himself cannot so much to do that. But I mean, say never. Also, but he cannot do that.
Hey, but we don't pay the Uyama home. Your friend of mine, the lawyer Vincent Ekwasifua, member of Parliament for Tafo constituency in the Ashanti region, and a lawyer Chumberima, a consultant, and also a lobbyist, a lawyer, and
Sir John, ne baba, obedru Ghana. Ne maame no se menchel.
Oh, good. Sir John Baba.
Ne baba, and Tafo bi no. They are saying that they relate to you one way or the other.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they are saying.
Good.
Please be the host for me. My mom just told me that he's related to us. So.
Hey, we are saying no.
Relation here.
Great areas now.